adventuring in the lands of Toivoa and have been fairly busy as you guys have adventured across the world and have found your way back to Nausea. As you are currently working to disrupt the flow of frenzy throughout the world, a horrible drug that is being propagated and produced by the dragon Sagaeos. As you have been joined by the individual known as Sison, he is a paladin working towards this end, and have been joined by Oshin, a wizard of some significant power. Last week you made your way to this town of Sinlume, ruined by a ritual that caused all the good and light to be sucked out of it and formed into the dragon Arvig Longtail. After discussing the situation with Arvig and getting a little bit of information, you have returned to Nausea with a boon from Arvig in the form of a dragon lance. As you arrive, that is where we are picking up. What would you guys like to do?
Our ship would presumably be here by now, right? Because it was a 4-day venture to go visit Arvig, and I believe it was like 3 days away from dock.
Yep.
So technically, our ship would have arrived by now.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We can go see if they're around, check up on them.
I'm just gonna go ahead and look towards the water.
Okay.
The guy's doing okay.
So you go towards the docks? Excellent.
Well, no, perhaps. I was really just turning my head and seeing if it's there before anything.
Okay. As you turn your head, the town is larger than just the docks, but you're able to go over and see that there are new ships in the harbor. And your ship is one of them. It's not at the dock, but it is in the harbor.
I'll take it. Now, I would guess it's like the captain's duty to technically see everyone off. I think they were promised payment. So that I think Coin would want to. It's you say it's not at the dock, right? It's just like in the water.
Correct. Yes.
Coin's just gonna say, "Hey guys, I'll be right back," and then he just starts walking on the water towards the
He
ship.
goes walking across. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He's gonna go over to the ship.
So you walk over
Is
to
there
the
any
ship.
business we have in Nausea besides? It sounds like we're going to need to either hire a new crew or re-enlist our current crew. Was there any other business we had in Nausea before the journey around the world?
I think for the most part, it's just preparing for the trip, and then we kind of need to decide what we're going to do, because we don't actually have to travel with the ship going around. We can just teleport at any point.
We have to.
If we want to do something else.
We have to have reliable teleportation, which we may not have. We have not established whether the ship counts as a location that we can teleport to, or if it's an object.
Coin
in
says
an environment.
telepathically, assuming that's up, that we should still probably talk to the world leaders, since we didn't get a real in-session chance to do that. And if we do that in person, we could maybe plant an object on their ship or take an object from their ship to make it easier to teleport. It's not 100%, but it's something to consider.
Yeah, once again, assuming we can teleport to ships, which we should test, like, now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if there were ever a ship to TP to, it's ours.
That's not a bad idea of trying to test that as long as it's not far away. I think that would be up to Oshin because he's the one who actually casts it how he wants to spend his spell slots, and I think we've spent one high-level spell slot teleporting back to Nausea.
Yeah. I mean, I can just attempt right here to teleport us over onto the ship.
Do we have some kind of some kind? I mean, I guess it's a place you're familiar with. I don't have the table in front of me. Do you have to have an object from it to guarantee success, or if you're very familiar with it, is that sufficient?
I don't even think Oshin's super familiar with it because he's technically only been on it during like the first few hours of the voyage back to Nausea.
Okay.
There was something I can't remember what it
Yeah, I
would
think
have.
we had some item.
We had some item because I know that when we were flying back from Shimahaba and we got attacked, I cast teleport to teleport us to the ship. But I don't remember what item I had.
I think because weren't we off course when that teleport happened?
Correct.
Weren't we off course by some
okay.
margin?
You were off course,
So,
and you decided to teleport to the city, not to the ship.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's what I thought.
Does
Does
anybody
no
have
one have anything from the new ship?
That's a
think,
good question. Coin can bring something back. It doesn't.
Do you have the telepathic link up right now?
That's
was
a good
a-
question.
If you want to reserve it, but
I'll just
I
fly out.
I don't think we need it for anything else today.
okay.
I have my
I
Pegasus. I'm
don't
gonna fly out
remember-
and try and catch up to Coin and get an item when we come back.
Ruz just
Yeah.
saw Coin dive in. He's like, you know, what? I could kind of go for a swim right now. And then Ruz is gonna dive under the water.
You say dive in, but Coin is walking.
Okay.
He's not
I
swimming.
have I have a 5th level spell slot ticked off and a sorcery point missing. So I'm guessing because the only thing we've done since waking up is finish the journey to the Forbidden Tower,
Right.
let's call it. So I'm guessing that we have the telepathic bond is active, and that's why I have a missing spell slot.
You guys did use it, and then you traveled away from the tower and then teleported here. So I'm not sure how long
Okay.
it lasts for, but you used it
Okay.
before approaching the tower.
Okay, that's a good point. It's a 2-hour duration.
So I would say
So,
it's up by now.
Okay. In that case, I guess I don't really think we need it right now. So yeah, because nobody's straying very far.
Okay. So, Mr. Coin, Mr. Ruzid, and Thason are headed to the ship. The rest,
How is Stason? Is he swimming?
he's flying on. He's on the Pegasus.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And it has only one head and it's attached, and I think that's important for it.
The
For
ideal
now.
amount of heads. Or
Alright, you stay away from my voice.
I'm not the one who summoned 8 decapitated heads.
Are we ever gonna try and find out where those came from, or are we just ignoring that?
We could probably go ask Leslie later. She might have figured it out by now.
Wait, are you saying those weren't heads that you collected at the Temple of Masaba or something like that?
Do you think I regularly go around picking up heads?
I don't know.
I mean, I've only known you for a short amount of time.
And how many heads?
Both unreasonable thing.
At least 8,
Okay.
and at least
No.
2 arms. This isn't the first one.
I mean, I'd be surprised, but also, like, it would be reasonable.
How far out is this in the harbor?
It's a good quarter mile.
Ooh. You're gonna get a workout in under that water.
I'm fine. I'm swimming along. You guys want to have to work, suckers.
Yeah, your Pegasus not doing any heavy lifting right now.
So they're, by the way, not coming back, right? Like we should just try and teleport there now.
I mean, is the dock like full? Like they have nowhere to dock it?
Well, they
are
could have
just-
docked. It's just that your crew didn't have the money to pay for the docking fee.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
So
Brian's gonna
they
go
decided to
rectify
save
that.
money by not docking the ship and simply parking in the harbor.
Point is so proud of them. Honestly.
I will say, Oshin, I did say before I was leaving that I was gonna try and pick up something from the ship and bring it back, but it's entirely up to you, of course, if you're like, I just want to go.
Oh, no, that's fine. I just didn't know if Eric had said that you guys wouldn't have heard that because the telepathic thing was.
Oh, I hadn't left at that point, so yeah.
Oh, okay,
Well,
cool.
I
Then I'll-
think at this point, Stazen, Coin, and Ruzid are going to the ship, and you can intuit that we plan to bring it back to dock, which shouldn't be an issue. We can still practice the teleport, even if it's at the dock. This might be awkward if we land on someone else's ship, but yeah, you know you can probably wait like 20 minutes, and the ship will pull up once we get there.
Okay, that works.
Cool. So, as the three of you arrive on the ship, there is only one person on board.
Not Gilman, right?
He's not Gilman.
Like somehow he came back. Okay, good.
Wait, what happened to the others?
The individual you left in charge looks at you. Well, they went ashore. Kind of, they kind of ditched. They'll be back with a D, I hope.
I mean,
Okay.
they got here and didn't get paid in like a day or something like they were expecting, but
I believe this
I'm
would
sure
be.
they'll back for payment.
I think this would be Stanwyck.
Correct.
Would be the remainder.
I'll probably pay them a little more because they had to sit here. Or, well, they left, but
Stanwyck, how many days have you been manning the ship here on your own in harbor?
I just want, sir.
Okay, it's not so bad.
Well, I'll throw an extra gold on your payment.
Thanks. I appreciate it so much.
Can Coin infer that, because these crew members were expecting pay at the end, that either they can go to the consortium now that Coin's back to get it, or would it be more like, I'm thinking of the simplest solution to find 10 guys all over town without doing a
You
a
can
goose
go to
hunt.
the docks and hire a whole bunch of deckhands.
Okay, I meant
We're
paying the
We're
last
gonna
guys,
pay the
but
people who were already
Oh,
there. Just
well,
manage-
you're gonna have to go looking for them, and we can just roll an investigation check to see if you can find them. Just one.
Just to check, did we
Okay.
swap off the money for that already, or did we just assume we'd paid at some point?
You did pay ahead of time,
Okay.
yeah, we like half and half, before and after pay.
right?
Okay, well, before the investigation, I think we'll just, like, bring the ship back, which I don't think any of us can sail a ship. But
So-
I guess
Pull the
Stanwyck
ship.
How hard can it
Stand-
be?
Stanwyck, can you pull this thing in for us?
He looks at you. Not by myself.
Wait, come on, I could literally just pull it. Like, I could get in the water and start dragging it.
That
I mean,
sounds
I'm
way
trained in
cooler.
water vehicles, but not great with it, so I can at least help.
I am a water vehicle.
All right, let's go halfsies here. Ruzid, you pull it, and Sazen hand on the wheel, and I'll cover the cost of docking.
All right. So I will give Sason advantage on driving the ship.
Oh dear.
So
Just gonna hop in the water and start. And
This is a
and
survival
grab
check.
onto the-
Yeah.
Grab onto the front of the ship and get ready to start swimming in whatever direction he's trying to go.
is a
I
little
don't know.
kobold correct? Or
No,
are you
I'm
dragon
a
form?
dragon right now.
You're dragon form. Okay.
I also gain whatever benefit from my vehicle's water training that I have.
Okay. So we would add your proficiency bonus on top of that. And so, yeah, you're able to easily and expertly drive the ship to the dock.
Well, this is fine. How do people hit a wall like this?
Well, they didn't. First of all, they didn't have the dragon tugboat. Second of all, well, Veer's a little blind sometimes.
Eh.
You know what? After I think she's earned. I'm not even gonna take a jab at her. We got her back. Knock on wood. Coin
I mean, I feel like because we got it back, we get to jab at it.
Yeah,
perhaps. Coin's
I
going
wouldn't
to.
have jabbed at her if she was dead.
Coin hops off. He'll toss a coin over to whoever's working the
Witcher?
dock.
Oh, wait. Yes?
No.
Oh.
No
to
Witcher?
pay for the dock spot. No
Okay.
Witcher.
Oh.
We're gonna find the rest of the crew so we can pay them.
That's the idea. Coin says reluctantly, and he's gonna pull out.
Frank, I want to pull on him if we find him.
He's gonna pull out a map of Nausea, and we'll call this sort of the beginning of the investigation check. He's estimating, all right, they probably live in this division.
He's got his big head right next to him.
Look at it this way: it's a bunch of guys that just got off a long trip on the sea. My bet they didn't go far. If any of them have
Probably went to some bar.
there. Otherwise, it's the bar.
Yeah, I mean, Coin has a list of all their names.
Mm-hmm.
We know what they look like. I don't think it'll be super hard, assuming they're all still in town.
Okay. So you're easily able to go and find the Shattered Jackal, which is the standard bar that someone would go to. It's a rough place, and it's right next to the docks.
Okay. I don't think it's going to be anything extensive. Coin's just going to walk up to all of them, you know, thank them, give them a thumbs up, toss them a gold coin each.
Okay.
So it should even out to 10. Well, 9. No.
Is there any sign of the people we rescued?
They're gone.
Oh man, hope they're alright.
I mean, at least they.
The
not
crew
on
will
fire
tell you
anymore.
that they came ashore and then just left.
Yeah, I mean, we promised them that much, so if that's what makes them happy.
Coin will also tell all of these former crew members, keep an eye on the consortium's work job, the job list, because the flight risk may have more openings for a venture soon.
They
He's just-
nod in acknowledgement.
After all of that.
Vote Ruzid for mayor.
Also, vote Ruzid for mayor.
They look at you very weird.
It's actually Coin. So it's actually mandatory if you work on the ship, you have to vote for him, but we'll pay you double.
They cheer.
Is that legal?
Ruzid for mayor!
Probably not yet.
As the corruption and kickbacks are strong.
Hey, wait, so technically we paid half up front, half afterwards. We lost one of the crew members, of course. Rest in peace, hated that guy. I think we should pay the other half to Stanwyck for just running things, being in charge of things.
I agree. I didn't think of that. So Stanwyck, Coin will return to the dock and presumably the party. He'll go over to Stanwyck.
Remember,
So-
working for a dragon pays. And then he's gonna follow the point.
So Stanwyck would get 1 gold for the normal payment, 1 extra for, ship sitting. And then he'll get, I guess, 1 more extra
Okay.
for Gilman's sake.
Sure. Yeah, it's a question. How is Ruzid going into the bar?
I just stuck my head through the door and actually go in the bar.
Okay. How big's your head?
Pretty big, but probably not big enough that it doesn't fit through the door, considering... I mean, I could look at the proportions, but I doubt it. I mean, he's a huge dragon. He's not,
Okay.
bigger than the building.
Alright, that's fine. Cool. So you pay Stanwyck, and he is very appreciative and begins to go about swabbing the deck, getting the ship ready to depart.
I'll look at some dragon proportions in the Draconomicon. Let me get back to you.
Coin's gonna return to the party, and I'll ask, so how's that whole teleporting thing coming out? Figure anything?
To be fair, while I was on the ship, I wanted to look around to see something that seemed like a core part of the ship that I could take, but wasn't an essential item. I'm not gonna take the wheel off, but
You want to
It
take
is
a
essential.
core part of the ship, but you
something that I don't want just a random brush that was sitting around. I want to kind of explore the ship a little bit, see if there's something special. If not, I might shave a piece of the mast off or something like that.
Okay, I'm open to whatever you'd like to do. What are you finding?
Can I roll investigation to see if there's anything that jumps out to me?
Sure.
Great, I'm bad at investigation, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Ha!
So with the 20, you can take a hammock, you can take a doorknob, you can take a hinge. What are you going to take?
They go to the captain's quarters.
Okay.
Take, I assume there's a small window in there or something. I'm gonna shave some wood off of one of the ledges that you lean up against on the window.
Okay.
Just like a fist size.
A fist-sized piece.
Yeah, why not?
That's not shaving, sir. That's actually destructive.
It's more of a shaved chunk, you know?
Okay, I'm sure you live in some kind of establishment that may or may not have a window. You go hold your fist up to the side and ask if you're going to get your security deposit back if you remove a fist-sized chunk from this
Did I
thing.
ever say I was looking to get the security deposit back? Also, I'm pretty sure this is Coin's room, so it's fine.
All right. So you
know,
have...
just take like a belaying pin or something like that.
Oh, he could have.
Even nailed it.
I want something that's really an integral part. It's not just
For
like,
your
oh,
sake.
it's just swapping thing in and out, you know?
So yeah, you take a chunk of wood from the window frame in the captain's quarters of the flight risk.
Perfect.
I'm back to you with the dragon report. I think he would have fit through the door, but it would have been a close fit, like his head.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll bring the wood over to Oshin and say, hey, if you're looking to teleport, we got a piece.
He offers you a lump of wood.
Yeah, I'll just take it and not say anything. And then I'll try to just gotta find out the spells. For me and whoever's I guess still standing next to me on the dock to.
Who else next to him?
I'm with you on my Pegasus.
I am.
Is anyone not
I'm,
with him?
I'm nearby.
I assume
We're
everyone's
on the
either
Pegasus.
Okay.
next to me or back on the boat, but
Okay. And you cast teleport, and you appear on the ship.
perfect.
In the
That
captain's
little thing.
quarters,
All right, that's
all
good.
7 of you, and the back of the ship tilts up.
I'm sorry. The reason, like, usually kind of flies up a little bit.
How are you flying up? Because you are in the captain's quarters.
I can't fit in the captain's. No
Sure
way.
you can. A 15-foot? It's a 25-foot room. There's
Oh,
a huge dragon
huge
inside
room.
the captain's quarters.
I
Don't
didn't realize how
worry.
big the captain's quarters was. I thought it was like a little room.
No.
Don't worry, there's no
it's the
desk
biggest-
in there taking up space.
So
Yep.
this is a problem. I can't get out of this room unless I break the ship.
We're breaking the ship.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Well, I mean, I guess Scythen could teleport me, right?
Oh yeah, I gotcha. As long as you can get over to the wall, I can teleport you outside.
Kind of stuck in here.
I will.
It's making me a little claustrophobic, actually.
I'll walk over to the window, lay my hand on you, and use one of my face step abilities to teleport you outside.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah, walk over to him, meaning you shift through your own party members to get to Ruzid.
It's more like kind of scrambling, you know, shoving a hand out of the way. It's like give it twist, except no colors involved.
I can't stretch my wings.
There's one color and it's green.
It's all green.
Yeah, it's like how many people can you fit in a phone booth? Same idea.
I was imagining we're all stuffed against the wall right now, just
Yep.
kind of pushing them away.
Against the wall.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
always more than you think, and also more than you want to.
Exactly.
Why
All
did
right.
you teleport without thinking?
And you will teleport Ruzid out of the captain's quarters, giving you guys a little bit of breathing room.
Oh, thank God. He just fully stretches out his wings for a moment. Oh, I think I pulled something. Ah,
Okay, but at least we know it works. That's good news.
I guess that is a benefit. That is a benefit.
So now do we have to carry around this like chunk of that window, or
I mean, we could put it in the bag, but it also might be good for you to have it because you're the teleporter.
okay?
Eric, is there like a deed to the ship around here? Not our deed, but like, you know, previous owner.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Might be a bit easier than a chunk of wood to carry around.
So, with the 24, yeah, in the captain's locker, you can find the deed for the ship.
Okay, well, you take what you want, Oshin, but if you need alternatives,
Would
there's
Coin
probably
offer
plenty.
him the deed to the ship?
This isn't a Fey deal, all right? It's not.
Yeah, but
giving-
you're giving him the deed. Pro tip,
Coin,
guys, don't give the deed to your car to anybody.
Before you say yes, Oshin, let me make a copy. Coin makes an exact copy of it.
Okay.
This probably is not
We got
useful.
this ship. We got this ship because we got the deed. That's the whole reason.
Yeah.
I don't plan on taking it and leaving. I think that you guys can hunt me down pretty quick. I saw what you did to Saphira when she disappeared.
My man. Straight head on you.
Yeah, no one can ever escape me.
Oh, okay, so we should make a list of things we need to do, just in general. Because, as a reminder, we still do have the nuclear crystal in the basement.
So yeah, we're gonna probably should deal with that before we go after Sageos. Now I think about it,
Yeah.
it might be a liability.
I
It's
agree.
not
We
in
have
place.
3 weeks to get rid of the demon rock. Bottom of our ship.
So what would getting rid of it entail, anyways?
I mean,
I'm-
off the ship's the most important thing, but after that is deactivating it. Well, no, actually, deactivating is the most important. I'm getting it.
I don't know.
If we can-
like the occultist type that kind of like might know some stuff about demons. I mean, she's not the most trustworthy or like nice, but she might know more about it at least.
That's better than my idea. I was gonna suspend the ship in the air and then just blow a hole in the bottom so it'd fall out.
Well, yeah, but then
Wait,
it's
how are we
putting on the
suspending the
dock
ship in the
here.
air? Wait, take a step back.
Well, yeah, that was the big question. I mean, Saphira did it once.
I mean,
Look, I'm strong. I'm not that
there,
strong.
there was a wave.
It's like, how costly is it to make it the flight risk fly again?
If there was a wave, what?
Yeah, I guess you could get airtime.
Wait a second. That wasn't the one who made it fly that high.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, you're right. I
Wasn't that-
thought
wasn't
you did
that
the thing to stop it.
So every time something goes wrong with a ship, I get the blame. I see how it is.
Sorry, first instinct.
I see how.
It's like a
Okay.
reflex for me.
Here, was it your fault those times?
Well, then,
Not the time that we're talking about.
I think that was definitely Bryn's fault that time. I'm gonna be honest.
it worked in our
I
favor.
wouldn't say it was my fault. It was. I was the one who did it. But fault implies that it was a bad choice when we were surrounded by bad guys and the reverse gravity spell enabled us to kick all of their asses.
Okay, I mean that is a good point, but if from the perspective of someone who loves their ship, not a great choice.
But that doesn't have to be
Is Bryn on trial now?
one
What's
of these
going on?
things. I mean, sometimes you need to get rid of some enemies. Sometimes a wall just throws itself at you. Sometimes the rocks just appear out of nowhere. There's really no fault involved anywhere.
I mean, there's also like a fun
True.
factor. Like it's just fun to destroy things. Like, come on.
Exactly.
It wouldn't have its beautiful name if not for that. Now, I do agree we should maybe find, a magic rock expert in town and get their opinion.
I mean,
Magic
we've
rock
got the
expert.
consortium, which is big. That said, before we leave the ship, I'm gonna go over to Stanwick. He's still over here, yeah?
Yep.
Yep. All right, Stanwick, you're with us for the next journey. We'll pay your salary once again, and we'd love to have you. You took good care of the ship.
We should give him a
Sure,
raise.
sure. No sweat.
All right, in that case, I'm gonna give him one of the two sending stones that I have.
Very
We
well.
couldn't be in touch with you last time, but this way we've got the other sending stone. If you want to chat, just to be in contact, just always kind of keep this on you and be ready just in case.
Sure.
No, I told this to the other crew members, but I forgot to tell you. Make sure to vote for Bruzid.
What?
Vote for me, Bruzid.
Huh?
I'm running for mayor.
Why?
Why? Because this town needs some change, and I think I can bring it.
Uh-huh.
Be a change maker.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
If you say yes, you get paid more.
Okay. Yes.
Ruzy, you know you're paying that, right?
Would you canvas for him, Stanwick?
No.
Fair enough.
You have to pay even more for that, I think.
Yeah. It's fine. Just focus on the ship.
Yeah, we got enough
So
stuff
much
to do
scrum.
already.
Magic rock experts. Let's go find one.
Where the
Consortium?
hell would you even find a magic rock? I guess the consortium, actually.
Cut to us walking into the consortium.
Cut to you guys walking into the consortium. Alright, so you guys walk into the consortium.
Coin is
Ed
holding a
walks into the
sign
consortium.
that says looking for magic rock expert.
Looking for magic rock expert.
I feel like maybe we should be more specific on this one because I don't think it's sensitive information. And there's a lot of magic rocks.
What was the name of it? It's like a...
How about like cursed demon summoning crystal that steals souls?
Yeah, that's like not really a magic rock. Maybe we should talk about demon experts. Hey, any
Hey.
demon experts in here? Anyone know stuff about demons? No?
Those words aren't gonna fit on my cutout. Too many.
Specifically being against demons, not for them.
Yeah, we don't like demons. Just getting that out there.
As you ask the question, the room around you begins to get dark, and a pillar of smoke rises from next to you. I know about demons.
Oh, it's you. Hey,
Well, that
long
was sick.
time no see.
Long time no see.
Kinda
The
got a
drug
new look.
trade hasn't exactly diminished.
Hey, we're gonna deal with that.
Work in
Okay.
progress, all right?
We did-
Jeez.
We did deal with some of it. We did deal with it close by then, so we are making progress.
Takes a dragon to kill another dragon. Get what I'm saying?
Up in Shimahaba.
I understand. You are very conspicuous. You do know that, don't you, Rusid?
I love the attention.
Be careful what you enjoy. It may draw the attention of ones that you don't exactly desire the attention of.
But like
There's
those
no
stupid
reason to talk
dwarfs
about
that I stole
anal
the
like
popcorn
that.
from all that time ago. Yeah, they can suck it.
Ruzid, you didn't put them on your list of enemies. Who the hell is that?
They're not. I wouldn't even give them the honor of being enemies. I just remember like I ate their popcorn or something because I wanted it, and then they got upset. Whatever. It was a
Taking
while
notes.
ago.
Hey, do you know how to like extract stones from a ship?
Okay, that's not specific at all. Can we just
That
tell them
is
what the
very
deal is?
vague.
There's a stone. There's a crystal. We think there's a demon in there. We don't really know how to deal with it. We don't know. Like we're kind of afraid to touch it. We think touching it might cause something bad to happen. But
So
we just
it-
want a way to dispose of it that will not cause, a lot of problems.
On
So
a Cervantes
imagine-
vessel?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Wait, how did you know that?
Because you were aboard the Cervantes vessel just a moment ago in the harbor.
Oh yeah,
should-
you kind of got intel about everything. Forgot
We should
about
probably
that.
paint that thing.
Indeed. There are people in town already wishing to burn the thing.
Good to
Well,
know.
If they burn it, then I burn them, and by burn them, I mean breathe poison on them.
Does that seem right? As they would be burning a slaver's vessel, and you would be defending a demon-infused ship.
Optics,
Well,
Ruth.
it's not a-
Optics.
Oh
it's
yeah,
not
okay,
a
you're
slaver's
right. You're
vessel
right.
anymore. It's our vessel.
I do agree we need to show that a little more.
Now she-
specifically.
Now she doesn't know that.
Flag
I
might
guess,
not
I
be
guess
enough.
it's all in the eye of the beholder, right? It's like it is a Cervantes vessel if it still looks like one.
Who said anything about a beholder?
Okay, it's just a manner of speaking.
Yes, an inaccurate one.
Okay.
So, imagine there's like a 12-foot by 9-foot demon rock, in the lower deck that you can't touch. How would one get that out?
Suppose.
Dispose.
I suppose one could attempt to destroy such a thing. What does it do other than summon Baylors when someone touches it and sacrifices their soul to it?
Wait. How did you know that? You know a lot of things.
And that's pretty much the whole story. I can't think of a second thing it can do.
We haven't really tried messing with it because
Wait, do we
the first
even-
thing we know it does is steal souls and summon down.
Hachi,
wait,
did it
what
do anything else?
Like,
I think it glows a little red.
It glows red.
Kind of consumes the sacrifices on it.
Also
So,
that.
what do you
Will my
wish me
Baylor
to
be-
do? Simply
Wait.
cause it to cease to exist? Shatter it into a million pieces so that small Baylors come out all over?
Sounds
Is
kind
that how that
That
works?
sounds terrifying. Also, yeah, that's
Indeed.
how that works.
No. But it is a flight of fancy. Your ship is cursed with this thing. To remove such a artifact from the belly of the ship, one would either need to remove what it is attached to, or remove the ship Are you attached to such a ship?
Wait. You say remove what it's attached to, or
Not-
remove the ship. Are those two things different, or is it attached to the ship? That's
You
what
could
that's what I thought you were
potentially
implying.
take the ship into a dry dock and over the span of several weeks, cut away the segment of the ship that has it, thus separating the crystal from the ship and allowing the ship to be repaired. It
It's
would be
almost
expensive.
exactly what I said.
It would be expensive and an arduous process with potential lethal consequences,
I mean,
especially
I
for the
could-
construction workers.
We do have some spells and such that might help us get it off the ship, but I think the problem is also, even if we get it off, what do we do with it afterwards? Do we know for sure just breaking it will get rid of it? Or is that going to make like a sudden portal appear, or summon the Baylors, or what? We just need an expert to kind of help us narrow down the risks here so that we can figure out what next steps we can even try.
Well, I can tell you that should such a crystal cease to exist, be broken without the appropriate rituals, and surely a portal to the hells would be opened, and the forces of hell would pour forth. I ask you not to perform this task here in Nausha.
Well, that's a
How
little
many
ominous.
forces? Is it just gonna stay open forever? We're gonna have to kill a bunch, or what? Why?
I'm uncertain, but can you imagine a crystal that holds the actual manifestation of a teleportation, a summoning that brings the fiends forth, being shattered into many pieces, releasing the portal into the material plane? Cervantes is not a fool. He sets these things within his ships as a safeguard. They are very dangerous and not to be taken lightly.
Okay, I got another question, but this one's maybe not as helpful. But like, if I touched it, would I turn into like a normal Balor, or would I turn into like a dragon Balor or something? What would even happen?
He blinks at you. I would not want to find out.
I mean, me neither, but I think it looked cool maybe before I probably killed everyone and threw it away.
Kind of sounds like it'd be easier to just get another ship.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that one too.
I mean, it doesn't solve the problem though, because even if we sell this ship, that thing's still going to be wandering around. We do need to figure out how to get rid of this. Otherwise, honestly, having it with us is the best way to keep it safe.
Well, it might be easier to just blip the whole ship out of existence than just blip the rock, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't
What
know
are you
how much it...
suggesting, that one?
Well, do we want to try speaking with some other magic experts? Maybe some other people do know the rituals to get rid of it. Like maybe Judith or someone. She's kind of an expert on magic items.
Yeah. Second opinion never hurt nobody.
Be cautious what you discuss with the merchant. She is temperamental and most disagreeable when it comes to evil objects.
Ooh, Judith?
Indeed.
What do you mean? Judith's like the most agreeable
what's the-
person I know. I love her.
Your
Sweetheart, what's the
opinion,
worst that could happen?
your
guess I might
opinion
be a
may be
little
valid
biased.
to your own experience. However, to mine, she does not appreciate some of the entities with which I am familiar.
Well, we don't appreciate them either, and so we have that in common.
Nothing personal.
He just hums.
Listen, worst case, this could be a great nuke to drop on you-know-who.
I'm
What?
not sure that's true.
I don't
Yeah,
think we have a
definitely.
lot of... We don't have a lot of control over what comes out of it, you know?
I wouldn't actually want to try
Or what
that.
if it's like a permanent portal that's just in the material plane now? It turns
You
into, like,
would never be able to do it without a lot more information, and even then, it's still iffy. I agree, but
I mean,
more
like,
to it.
I'm all for it, but like, well, what if we turn Segeos' stronghold into like a demon stronghold? Like, that isn't much better.
Yeah, I agree.
No, you're completely correct. You're right.
You know, it really depends on your perspective. I mean, Segeos is rather organized and methodical, and capable of enacting the type of destruction that he wants to destroy at a very large scale. A bunch of demons just running around destroying stuff. That's a problem for there, but probably not the problem for here. Unless they get over here, then that's a problem.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is like the demons come out, and then like the whole world gets taken over. That would be bad.
I think we're gonna go talk to Judith. It just seems like we need some further perspective on this.
Very well. It's your funeral.
Talking to Judith. Oh.
I've had 4 funerals already. What the fuck?
He blinks at you. Welcome to the club. And
Yeah,
with
not that. We did want to check.
It reaches out a fist to fist bump him.
he looks at you, and with a wry grin, I'm not in the mood for mating tonight. Good day.
Oh no, no.
And he turns, and with a swish of his tail, he disappears in a swirl of black smoke.
Jeez, man, the whole
Damn, what
fist.
a buzzkill.
Shot down, I guess. All right, let's go to Judith.
I ain't been shot down by someone I wasn't even trying to flirt with in a long time.
That stings, buddy.
So, you guys head out into the town and head towards Judith's Intricacies and Oddities.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So, let's get Judith up here for you guys. That's not Judith. There's Judith. Alright, Judith comes up. As you guys walk in, you hear the cheerful bell over the door, and you smell the apples and cinnamon candle. It's nice and cool in here today. She smiles and draws on her gloves as she was cleaning the counter as you guys walked in.
Hey, Judith. How do you get
Hello,
rid of a
Sister
giant demon Baylor stone?
Yeah,
I'm
we're kinda
sorry.
struggling.
Oh, yeah, I should probably give you context. We took a Cervantes vessel, giant demon rock in the lower deck. Can't really get it out.
You
That's...
touch it, you turn into a Balor.
Of course you do. That's here in town.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it depends on if you define the water as part of town or not.
It's on the edge of it, that's for sure.
You understand that it's certain that Cervantes can scry upon the thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get rid of it.
Well, couldn't
Points
Cervantes kind of scry on this place anyways? I mean, it's just a public area.
To a
We're also
degree.
it's viable.
So,
He-
what
he-
is your
he can try
plan?
on the-
What do you wish to do with the crystal?
We just want to destroy it, disable it, any way of getting rid of it, because I think we both know how many problems it could potentially cause.
You know, Zippo it out of there, throw it into the middle of the ocean or into a different plane, somewhere no one's gonna find it.
That would be problematic. How would you zip it out of there?
Well, I was thinking we'd get coined we'd get Ruzid some really big dragon gloves, and he'd just sort of chuck it.
Honestly, my plan was to a resilient sphere around it and then just roll it out of there.
So really, physical force was the idea.
I believe that would be a most foolish plan.
Oh,
Well,
No.
should you leave it intact, inevitably it's going to cause someone to touch it. The temptation is going to be too strong. You haven't touched it yourselves, have you?
I mean, I'm not a Balor right now, am I?
Horn looks around. I don't believe so.
Have you entered the chamber with it yet?
Tati
Yeah.
has
Some of us
essentially.
did.
A few of us have been in there.
Have you heard the whispers yet?
Honestly, I don't think so. But I've got long-term tinnitus, so maybe it's been there, I just haven't noticed.
Has Tati?
Tati?
Heard whispers?
Tati.
Yeah, whispers from the rock.
Any voices in your head because of that rock? You were in there the longest, I think.
How would I know if the voices were from the rock or from all the normal places?
Oh, yeah, so you're fine.
Yeah, I think he's okay.
I'll take that as a no.
Have you guys, in your interactions with it, noticed any like resistances or anything that it might have? I know that touching it could be bad, but have you tried to do anything to it?
Not yet, because we're kind of afraid of like the consequences of just trying to break it or doing any damage to it. I mean, like the agent said, like what if we broke it and it turned to like 10 billion mini Balors? We'd all
Yeah,
be screwed.
I was wondering, I'm guessing I had just asked in the chat too, and Sizen said it's like person-sized, Eric, or...
It's slightly larger. 3 people were able to stick to it when Tati first encountered it.
Okay.
She peeled their bodies off of it.
Okay.
It didn't
But
come away
like 3
clean.
people like around it, or like stacked straight up?
Not stacked straight up, but actually like adhered to the surface of it.
Like sitting on the ground with their
Yeah.
hands extended outward, touching it.
One of them's
Okay.
chest was pressed against it, another's back, the third
Yeah.
was its side.
The reason I was asking then is it wouldn't destroy it, but if there's anywhere, I mean, even back to like Cervantes himself, that you wanted to just let it go, I can try to teleport the stone. I don't have to touch it, and it just has to fit in a 10-foot cube.
What?
I think that just goes back to the same problem, though. Wherever we put it, it's still dangerous.
Yeah, but
We-
if we just send it back to him and all,
I mean, I'd rather not hand him another weapon.
so teleport it to like the bottom of the ocean or the astral plane.
We were told that the temptation to touch it will inevitably lead to someone finding that thing.
I mean, I guess if you could teleport it like to the 9 hells, that might kind of.
Be kind of a moot point then. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
a bad idea. I don't know. Does that work, Judith? Can we do that? Can we teleport it?
If
to the
you
Nine
can
Hells?
find a way to do that, it may be the only way to ensure that it does not cause harm to the material plane.
I guess that's kind of like the good idea.
Well, the only thing is, it clearly by her wording as well, it's clearly going to cause damage wherever it does end up. But I mean,
Oh, but like,
I feel like you'd rather destroy a pond than send it onto someone else's board, you know?
agreed, fully agreed.
well, weren't they already in the Nine Hells anyway? So it's kind of like, well, the destruction was going to happen.
Nah, you're a real politician now, or is it
Just speaking the truth.
out of sight, out of mind?
And could you tell, I mean, other than like summoning things, what happens when people touch it? Does it like kill them?
Tati knows this.
Other than summoning, does it kill them? Yeah, I mean,
Like-
definitely kills them.
Because at that point, then we could even possibly weaponize it ourselves if we wanted to, like, in a
Like
big
the
fight.
pirates did. They put
Yeah,
sacrifices on
it
it
just
and then
straight up
summoned
sounds-
it.
It's not a very ethical weapon of war.
Well,
Yeah,
I meant like
this
if I
thing is
teleport
very-
it onto Sigale's
evil.
head.
It's a pretty slow death. And
Is it?
I don't even know. I feel like some entities are so powerful, it's like stepping on a nail. It's gonna hurt, but I don't think it's gonna kill them.
It also strikes me as like using a magic item we don't know a lot about, throwing it at a dragon that's known as a mastermind, feels like handing him a tool to use against us.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of something like somewhere we could put it where we wouldn't care about the harm that it causes, considering it seems difficult to destroy.
Do you have any ideas, Judith? Is that really all we
Wait.
have?
Send it back to hell, because if it's in hell, they can summon all the Balors they want, right?
If you sent it to hell, then it would be less of a threat to the material plane. I shudder to think what a demon or fiend that discovered such an item would do with it. But at least it would, as they say, kick it down the road. The alternative is to find somewhere safe. I believe you have a series of keys that could lock it away safely.
Oh my.
I suppose
Put
so.
it to the chronodactyl.
Yeah.
That's certainly an interesting option. Um,
I mean, if it'll fit, and it's not, presumably in that scenario, it might cause trouble, but only in like a loop, right? Unless each, we don't really know how the Chrononacum works if all of those places are really happening in real time. But sounds a lot more ethical than anything else we've come up with.
I simply am grasping at straws. This is quite the conundrum. The crystal is designed to sink the ship. You are seeking for a way to disable the failsafe of Cervantes. He is a genius and quite the unpleasant creature. Because I will not call him a man.
Is there a way to permanently banish something? Or I guess a banish wouldn't work, but some kind of a void dimension we could just throw this thing into?
is,
I'm sure
is there
there
no
is.
way to just disable it? Because it seems like wherever it is, it's a threat to somebody.
If you had enough power, you could theoretically dispel the magic from the crystal.
That's definitely the safest option for us and for everybody else.
Is that like 10 mages with 9 hours of sleep, or is that like 1,000 mages with 9 hours of sleep? Like, how much power are we talking?
I'm uncertain of how they are made. Only that they are formidable, and it would take a great amount of power to remove it or remove its power. Enough to value the ship. After all, that's what Cervantes views as the value of the ship.
Maybe if I keep practicing, I can cast Dispel Magic like this. That'd probably take a while, though. That's a harder spell than Ignis.
I think maybe one of the veteran mages in the party would be better off attempting something like this. But again, I don't think either Oshin nor I could do it right now. This would definitely be... Yeah.
There's also the opportunity, should you attempt it, if you can find someone who casts the spell Wish.
Ah. Judith, do you know if we could create some sort of permanent anti-scrying barrier around it?
Oh,
Would
that's easy.
So it almost seems like there's an option where we just mitigate the scry permanently with a fixture to the ship, and then, get rid of the door to the room. Just turn it into a wall, make it unenterable.
I mean, couldn't they all spy on us anyways because of Ira?
Yeah, but it couldn't hurt to just nip that one in the bud.
With sheets of lead, you can block the scrying. It's very simple.
Wait,
So,
maybe
yeah.
we could give Saphira some lead armor.
I thought we had originally said the whole place was already surrounded by a layer of lead. Am I wrong on that?
Yes, but it got damaged during the fall from...
That makes sense.
That might be our best bet, honestly.
Cheaper option. I think that scrying lets somebody view as if they were within 10 feet. So if we just built a 10-foot by 10-foot box, like further out from the sides of the stone, all they could see is the stone.
Yeah, but what about upwards? Is it within 10 feet of the top deck?
Yes.
And that'll work vertically, but not horizontally?
Also, wouldn't that mess with the balance of the ship? Like, it's a big block of stuff.
Of course it would. It's currently in a lead box at the bottom of the ship, which would count as the ship's ballast.
I thought I was the ballast.
I guess
I believe there's a different word for you, Rosid.
Our ship's kind of due in for a makeover, honestly.
And just to be clear, Rosid's got his head in the door right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct. And he's got a very long neck. as green dragons do.
Can
Classic.
anyone just use mending to touch the lead thing around it?
Who has access to mending?
I think that the lead, that would be a very slow process, and it would be cheaper and faster to just replace it. Because I
Okay.
think mending repairs like breaks or tears or cracks that are less than a foot in length.
Yeah,
We
I
can
think.
replace it.
Yeah, I think at that point we're just buying new lead and relining it. Judith, do you sell lead?
Of course.
Wonderful. By the ton?
I don't believe you're going to need a ton.
I'm
But
just checking the stock count, you know?
for a pound of lead, I will charge 1 gold.
How much would we need for this room? Out of
Yeah.
character.
About 200 pounds. Just to fix the cracks and breaks.
Alright, so you said it was 5 gold for a pound?
1 gold per pound of lead. Lead is cheap, guys. You can go out and buy lead pretty damn cheap even today.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I guess, like, Coin could pull out 250. He's gonna obviously, well, at a discount, bring it down to, like, what, 200?
Okay.
What he's trying for 250 pounds of lead.
Okay.
Grab that. I don't really know. I guess it'll have to go. I don't know if the bag of holding has space for that. Wait, it has exactly 250 pounds.
Nice.
Perfect. He's gonna shovel it in, announce to everyone that there is 0 space in the bag of holding.
Cool.
If you put like a penny in there, it's gonna explode.
Is that,
Let's not try.
Sophia withdraws her copper piece and just kind of looks back and forth at the copper piece in the bag of holding.
The temptation
Maybe we
is
shouldn't
strong.
fill the bag of holding all the way up to just the limit. Maybe we should give it a little bit of room.
Yeah, put the rest in the bag of holding.
Wait, why would we put all this lead next to our food? Doesn't seem like a good idea.
Do we even have any food in there right now?
the bag of holding is where we're gonna be keeping food now.
Yeah, go ahead and change that for me. 1 gold per pound to 1 silver per pound.
Okay.
I went and just checked, and you can buy lead for $12 a pound.
Nice.
So it's going to cost us like 2 gold.
Right.
Coin's got it. Now, there's more stuff, because Coin does want to do a full refurbish of this ship, like paint it, get a new, what's it called? A figurehead, all
Sure.
of that stuff. So it's clearly not Cervantes, but I feel like this might have to occur over the duration of like a day, because the amount of weight required to carry, it would be, I don't think we could do
Oh,
it
yeah.
all in one
The
trip.
figurehead, you guys know for a fact, takes 2 days, because that's what it took last time.
Yeah, but for the time being, before we like skip ahead, Coin's gonna buy, Judith, do you have any like? So if I want to paint my ship, but I haven't decided on the color, like, do you have like a a little swatch test or like a
Green,
magic
red.
paint?
You can get several paint colors, yes. What color
Actually-
paints would you like to consider?
What's your favorite color, Judith? I've always kind of thought about that.
Not that green.
I'm particularly fond of amber.
Amber.
Same. That's actually my favorite color in real life. Nice.
Cool.
All right, we'll take some amber.
I'm a big fan of green.
She's not here right now. Kidding. It's a joke.
Gonna grab the couple swabs of paint,
Okay,
throw them on his person.
sure.
Where could we find a good like figurehead in town?
You may try the Dockmaster. It's Rad the Maker. They've
Oh, that guy's pretty good.
they've managed to harvest some of the figureheads from the recently burnt Josozai ships.
Well, We appreciate the help, Judith. I think that's everything I need.
Also, were you calling me fat earlier, Judith?
She smiles and goes back to cleaning the counter.
Not fat. I'm really big and intimidating.
As you
You're
say
big.
that inside of her shop, Ruzid, the words that come out of your mouth are, "I'm really big, and I believe I'm intimidating."
The truth hurts.
Huh, that's kind of weird that it came out that way. What's going on? Whatever.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Before we go, Judith, I don't know if you would have it or could point me in the direction. Where would I get ink that I can scribe into my spell book with?
Oh, well, I have that. Right down there on aisle 4.
Can I have... I mean, I can go grab it, but then... say 500 gold worth?
Sure. And when you run down and grab it, 500 gold is basically a 1 ounce bottle.
Okay.
It's a very small amount of ink.
It... just to check, I guess, out of character, it's
Yes.
like 50 gold per spell level to scribe or something
Correct.
like that? Okay.
Yep.
I didn't have anything in mind, but just in case I need it, I wanted to have a bit on hand.
Yep. Yeah, so just for reference, this is a 3 ounce bottle. So a third of this is what you're looking at for ink. And for the record, beard oil, best damn beard oil is the great stuff. Just so you
I've tried it. It didn't do much for me.
The only reason I laugh is I know why it didn't work for you.
Yeah, you do. That's all for Coin. He's by the door, but
Okay.
don't let him rush anybody.
Okay, I think we need to make a plan before we can do anything else, because we have 2 huge problems that we're facing down right now. The first one is that we have basically hired this mercenary band to go after Sigeos's lair with us. And
Hey!
I'm
Mercenary fleet. Go on.
less and less confident that this is going to do anything, because he surely knows we're coming. And I think we might be able to burn
Maybe
down
we should go somewhere else
a
and talk
factory.
about this amongst us.
Well, the
We're
paint
safe
stuff
with
isn't for
Judith.
that's not for Sigeos. That's just so people in Nausea don't burn our ship down.
I think
And
we're
summon
pretty
a
safe
Baylor.
with Judith. I'd trust her with my life.
Yeah, Judith is, and Judith's shop is certainly the safest place to talk about this, rather than anywhere else. So we
Does that
should
come out
figure out.
Does that
correctly?
come out that way? He believes that.
Bryn believes it. Bryn believes it. Yes.
I'm
Bryn
pretty
believes
sure
it.
I've
It
heard
comes
of
out
at least
almost
believe
that
it.
way. It just says, "I believe" right at the front.
You're right. I think I believe that this is the safest place would be the correct wording, Bryn.
It'd be a
that's
great
all.
place for group therapy.
Does that make sense, Bryn?
Bryn certainly believes it's the
Yeah.
safest place.
So the
Um,
words that come out based off of the enchantment of this place is, "I believe this is the safest place to discuss this."
Yeah.
Okay.
I certainly can't think of any place safer, and that's a true statement.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's so we should revisit that, but then it's also becoming clear that this demon summoning stone is becoming more and more of a liability, because firstly, if Sigeos knows about it, which he might, if he knows we're coming in a Cervantes vessel, he could easily assume that we have the self-destruct button on board, and it would be trivial for him or Cervantes to send basically one operative with one captive slave to destroy our boat and summon a Baylor. And frankly, I'm kind of surprised that Cervantes hasn't already tried to do that. Just to
That's
send a
actually
message
a good point.
that nobody takes his stuff. So we need to either destroy, disable, or move this stone. we are not powerful enough to destroy it or to disable it. We could try and send it to the Chrononacrum, which is, I mean, that's kind of a black hole.
It sounds like the simplest bet compared to trying to carve it out and find a safe place for it.
I think if we choose any other option, we would need to call off the raid on I think we would need to make this our primary mission.
Oh, we have
call off
3
the raid,
weeks.
and then figure out. Well, but we need the ship.
Yeah.
I guess we could teleport. We could send the mercenary fleet, the World Eaters, to where we believe Sigeos' lair to be, and then join them once they're there. But
Mm-hmm.
we would have to have the ship remain here, because the World Eaters should be waiting, right, for us to join them. That was the plan.
Yeah, we have multiple points where they're going to stop specifically so we can meet up with them.
Okay, and one of them is here, correct?
Eric, could we go back to the map? Because I believe
Yes,
Coin
sir.
actually marked out where the World Eaters are expected to stop at.
Absolutely. There you go.
So not exactly at Nausea, but a bit eastward is where they're going to land.
Yep. You
Okay.
remember that you guys marked that as being the Broken Mug Tavern, where you guys went and had the ladder problems with Crystal.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we can meet at the Broken Mug in a couple days, and if it takes them the same amount, if it took them they should be approximately passing Nausea, or would have at the same time. Oh no, it's a week to get to. They're probably going to get there today or tomorrow if they're not already there. We could, once we figure out what to do, we should contact the captain of their.
We could always
fleet
teleport
and-
there if we really need to be there in a rush.
Agreed.
We could, but we should decide whether or not what our plan is, and then whether or not we're going to meet them there. It's oh man. Okay. So, all right. I propose we try and send the rock to the Chrononacrum somehow, and try and keep the raid on schedule. Because even if we are not, I think it's very likely we're going to be unable to assassinate Sigeos, because he's only actually going to be present if he's sure that he's going to be there, and it's possible that he just packs up his lab and leaves.
Should we consider the possibility of going in early? Go in as an alpha strike, teleport someone by, and travel in 2 weeks before ships are going to get there.
That's smart. That is super clever. If we the mercenary fleet is a bluff, and we're actually going in, it would be incredibly risky. But
It would, but honestly, I'm with you. I think there's no way we win this fight regularly. Sigeos is crafty. Sigeos will not stand for a fair fight, so you're right. If he's going to be there, it's because he's confident he's going to win.
yeah, right now he's either preparing for battle or preparing to leave. I'm 100% sure that he knows we're coming by now, because
Yes.
we have not been subtle about this, and his information networks would have figured out that we're coming and what our intentions are. So he's
Well,
either
surprise us all would be a pretty crazy gambit, but not an impossible one.
It also just occurred to me, what if he's planning an ambush for the World Eaters? Like, that's a 3-week journey is a lot of time to. I mean, he's a dragon. He could just run in and breathe. What did we figure out what his breath weapon is?
I don't think we did, but also they seemed to have a lot of faith in their abilities to fight off a dragon. I don't know if that's misplaced faith, but
Okay. How many sending stones do we have? We should maybe give one to the. Oh wait, is Malachi with them? Oh no, he's a warlock. He wouldn't necessarily have sending. Next time we meet up with them, we should make sure that they can contact us in addition to just us being able to contact them. Because in case Sigeos does show up, maybe we also want to take some kind of relic from the flagship so that we can teleport to their fleet if Sigeos attacks.
we can give them some additional defensive power and also see Sigeos in action. I think it's unlikely we kill him on the first try, but if we can warp to the fleet, we can help fend off any. Okay, lots to think about. Okay, so tentative plan. Step 1, figure out what it would take to get this thing to get the thing to the Chrononacrum. Step 2, do that if possible. Step 3, try and surprise Sigeos' base of operations at Srona. If assuming we have enough time. I think the ideal time to do it would be pretty early out, and I think that we're as soon as possible is better. But
I think
yeah.
it might not be a bad idea to also consider if we can get a small group of other allies with us, because honestly, it's going to be a hard fight no matter what. If there are any high-powered individuals we can bring with us, that could be worth a lot.
That's true. We could ask if Malachi wants to come along, for instance. We know he can carry his own weight.
But for this, we're going to have to be very quiet and careful about it.
Oh, you're right. I agree. I think we should all agree, as long as we're here, we don't say a word of this outside of this shop or the consortium, which I think is probably shielded against anyone listening in. But even in the consortium, we should try and only talk with the gem of discretion up or discuss this telepathically.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We can have regular telepathic communes in order to figure out to discuss our next steps. But
even then, I think we don't talk about that unless we're in a safe place, such as here or the consortium, because there's a non-zero number of people out there who can actually read thoughts.
I think that's wise. I think.
I have a question about the Chrononacrum keys. When all 3 are brought together and activated, does like a doorway essentially appear where the keys are triggered, or is it a teleport?
Oh, that's a good point.
We need something to throw the crystal through. Like, how are we even gonna move it without touching it?
You're right. Well, something else just occurred to me. If we unite the keys and open the Chrononacrum, the keys disappear inside the Chrononacrum. So we would either have to run the gauntlet again and get the keys back, or
We technically know a way in, right? We learned that you can focus on the Stone of Chronicles when teleporting to get in there.
Yeah, but I guess we can't.
Well-
You only teleport yourself, right? You can't teleport the crystal unless you're holding it. In which case, you teleport yourself and the crystal. Then how do you teleport out?
If you held a stick and poked the rock while teleporting, would it count?
I don't know. If you held a stick and poked the ship while you're teleporting, would it count? I don't really think so.
We haven't tested it. Never say never. That's the only way we get into the Chrononacrum without losing the keys.
Another option. I'm not super fond of it, but I think it would be the simplest solution. We could just give the ship back.
That just doesn't truly solve the problem, because then it's just bad people having the ship, using it for its same purpose, and they still have the kill switch and can use it as a weapon if they want.
I agree. They're gonna put more. They're just gonna slap more slaves onto it, which isn't that ethical. And I sort of said this earlier, but like, it's better to destroy a pawn than to send it back to its, owner. Let them keep playing.
If we had the means to destroy it, I would agree. However, the 2 people right now who have incentive to activate the demon summoner are Sigeos and Cervantes. And if we give the ship back, both of those people, yes, Cervantes gets another merchant vessel for his slaver fleet, which
Yeah.
is obviously not great, but it's
I genuinely think if we just cover this thing in lead, like wrapping like foil around it, then just drop it in the middle of the sea, it might cause problems down the line, but I feel like it's going to be used for bad way less than if we send it back. And they won't even really know how to find it because it's unscryable. So they can't track it down in the ocean.
I do agree. I think if we're on worst case scenario, I would rather wrap it up and sink it somewhere than give it back.
Problem
guess-
then becomes how to remove it from the ship.
Probably just blow up the ship, if I'm being honest. We just pull it out to sea and blow the whole thing up.
Yeah, I mean, we could just sink the ship, go a far distance north of Nausea, sink the ship,
And teleport.
and teleport back.
Yep.
I mean, honestly,
Buy a new one.
I could, if we spend a little time. Let me look at what I'm saying. Sorry, 1 second. I could cast a magic circle around it to prevent it from bringing in Baylor, and then I could do that in addition to wrapping it inside of a resilient sphere. We could then try and cut off the bottom and then just separate it from the ship.
Yeah. I still think the ship's unsalvageable at that point, but I would rather it fall down there and the ship not be near the wreckage. It's going to be a bit more detectable if there's a whole shipwreck surrounding it. So splitting it in half is a better idea to minimize, like debris.
Also, if you go, either deposit it within a mile of shore and it becomes more possible to find it, or you deposit it in protectorate waters, and well, that would be kind of hilarious. I'd object to it, honestly.
Yeah, their policy on littering probably isn't favorable. I think
I've
that's
always wanted to try that run a protectorate vessel, though. that would be pretty fun.
you might get your chance.
I know this isn't a popular opinion. I still think giving it back to its original owner is the option that does the least amount of harm in the long run.
But wouldn't you think if we throw it, Coin he pulls out a map, just points randomly, like, like we bring it out to like right here and sink it. Worst case scenario, Cervantes is gonna find it and spend probably weeks trying to fish it up and put it back in a ship.
I think it's possible that if we leave it if we dunk it in the middle of the ocean, it's a loose end and somebody else could find it.
Are we willing
eventually.
to try to separate it from the ship? Because if we do that, we could just teleport it itself back to Brabant.
I really don't think we should send that thing to the Bourbon in any way.
I mean, I agree. I'd prefer not to, but also there's no way I'm getting the ship
No.
in it.
Especially with, the thing that is occurring there.
Yes.
Yeah.
They already have enough demons walking around. I agree. There's no point for them having more demons.
Yeah, it's not a pretty spot for one of those to show up.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the option is.
Well, how long until we need to get rid of it? Do we have? I mean, like, are we?
We don't technically have to get rid of it, but it's gonna be, could be usable by Segeos or Cervantes anywhere in the next 3 weeks.
Our crew has been successfully evading any issues by sailing around in circles.
Yeah, if they send anyone, it's gonna take a while to get there, but it could happen.
If we
I
just,
mean, we could just park the ship and just fly across the continent.
if
Let
we
me
just
find the
cover
ship
it
here.
in
British
lead,
If we leave it
We-
here, someone,
Go ahead, Oshi.
Right.
Go ahead. If we just cover it in lead, soon enough I'll be powerful enough to just use wish and get rid of it.
So
There is
if we
the danger that burns out wish on yourself,
Yeah, it might be another. So another thing is that we could ask Presto's magic hat for help. Bryn also needs one. No, Bryn is a level 17 caster. So Bryn has a 9th level spell slot and could cast Wish from a scroll. I would lose the. Let's worst case scenario. I lose the ability to cast Wish ever again, but I can't. Bryn cannot learn Wish anyway, so we could just call on the hat and banish that. That would be the simplest solution. But then we lose our scroll of Wish.
I really hesitate to use that because I feel like that's one of our last case scenarios to like pull out a scroll of wish.
Yeah.
Maybe we could try to purchase one, especially if it's for a good cause. Maybe we get a slight break on it, but that is truly a heavy piece of magic.
I'm not even sure if Judith would have something like that. In
He
her
does not have that.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if the disposal of this rock is like the back against the wall situation that would necessitate a wish from the hat. I like the idea, but that could be used for much bigger fish to fry, you know?
I will say also,
all that way.
we've wanted to test the limits of the hat for a while and haven't really done that. We could just ask the hat for something to help out in this situation. You'd want to word it very carefully regarding what you're asking for while also leaving it a little bit open, but could out of curiosity ask just to see what it gives us.
I could just end up with us getting a scroll of wish from the hat, which went.
Well, and then we carry around the scroll of wish, which isn't a bad thing to have on hand. And
I mean, they don't have an expiration date, do they?
No.
A
guess
scroll
you're
of
right.
wish is potentially even more volatile and dangerous than the big rock. That's such a
be
dangerous
worse.
thing to carry around.
Could be worse
Imagine
than a
if
giant
Chaos
loose
just,
end.
like,
Everyone
picks our
turns and looks
pocket.
at Saphira.
You look it up pretty far.
If you make a poem for the hat and your poem specifies that you don't want something, will the hat follow that as a rule?
I have never asked the hat for anything other than an explicit consumable magic item.
I really want
Or-
to test that then.
Or a gag, such as a large banana, to pretend we were playing Mario Kart when we were racing across the desert.
Well, there goes my plan to the next thing to ask for. Jeez.
So, yeah, it's I have been reluctant to experiment with the hat for the purpose of exploiting it. I have only asked it for specific things that I wanted and trying to get. And the one time I asked it for, the one time I was not specific enough, there is actually, let's revisit. There was one instance where I asked the hat for something, but I was not specific about it. And the hat gave me a way to get what I was looking for without, it gave me what I wanted in a way that was different from what I expected. So specifically, I was low on spell slots. I asked for one more counter spell, and it gave me a mana potion instead of a counter spell scroll, which was notable because we had already pulled both of the kinds of mana potions from the hat. So theoretically, the hat gave us the same thing. Well, the hat gave us the same thing twice, and theoretically it's because we didn't explicitly ask for it the second time. But I think that was because the hat was messing with me and sort of was using my words.
Wait, I have a great idea. Why don't we ask
Okay.
the hat for the rules of the magic hat?
Whoa. I don't think it's gonna give you that.
I mean, what's the harm in trying?
Exactly.
I guess there's not much harm. You know, speaking of pulling random crap from the hat, just made me think of an idea. Like, when we're fighting Chaos and someone has that dragon lance, we might actually benefit if there's more than one dragon in this party. Like if someone drinks a potion of Dragon's Majesty or something. because that lands. It lets one dragon attack for each time you attack with it. So I could attack, someone else could attack, as long as there's more dragons.
Do we know any other dragons?
Talking about drinking a potion to become one, that would come from the hat.
But then that would also require. Do we think that turning one of our party members into a dragon, even if the dragon effectively gets an extra attack, it would just be a dragon that gets to attack with their reaction? Do we think that's better than what we currently have?
More dragons is always better.
As a party. Okay, that's a valid opinion. Well, something to think about.
Certainly.
Okay, so back to the question of how are we going to dispose of this rock? Oshin is firmly in the camp. Go ahead.
I was just wondering if can't Oshin just hide it in like a wizard house, like Sweet August Rose had?
Those only last for a finite amount of time. We'd have to also.
Some of them last much longer. You can put them in books and stuff.
Roll an Arcana check, Bryn.
All right. I can do that.
Because I think I know what she's referencing.
Okay.
And this is something that Tati would have heard of because of all of the stories and relatives she's got. Right?
I went to school. I went to some of my classes.
All right. So, you would have heard of this spell, Bryn.
Hey, I was looking at taking that one when I said that I could cast Wish.
Demiplane. That is. Yeah.
I was just going to ask.
I mean, that's an option.
That would be really good.
And that's something we could do immediately with either the help of the scroll, either a scroll from the hat, or we could pull a scroll from the hat and Oshin could transcribe it, and then
with my gold.
I mean, it would be expensive, but we have money because it's what 50
enough.
GP per spell level.
It'll cost 400, and I have 500.
Nothing. That's nothing for us.
Poor Oshin.
And so, okay, it's large enough to allow medium creatures to pass through unhindered. The stone is probably large.
It classifies as a medium-sized object.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah. If you create a shadowy door on a flat, solid surface you can see within range, all we'd have to do is, I don't know, like put on gloves or telekinesis.
Or you just put the demi-plane on the floor underneath it and let it fall in.
That is also an option. Telekinesis carries up to 1,000 pounds.
I think if we do telekinesis, plus I can put the circle up to make sure it doesn't summon the Baylor, just in case something goes wrong. Plus with demi-plane, I feel like we can get it in there.
We got the
Additionally, if you know the nature and contents of a demi-plane created by casting of this spell by another creature, you can have the shadowy. Okay, so we would have to do this in complete secrecy because there would be 8 people who know of the demi-plane's existence, the 7 of us and Judith. And
Well,
if anybody learned that there was a demi-plane created by Oshin containing a Baylor summoning rock, they can get to it.
how does that work? Do you have to know just one item in there and who made it, or do you have to know the contents? Otherwise, we could all put something in a bag without telling everyone else what it is. Throw that bag in there, and then we're not going to know all the items in there, so we can't go in. So, like, only Oshin should be able to get back in there.
That is an idea, and I think it's worth trying. I don't think it's completely foolproof. We'd have to test the demi-plane spell. We'd have to experiment to figure out how strict it is with being able to discover it. But I think that's an excellent. Okay, I think Tati has it, and I think this is the best solution because I think it's better than dunking it in the ocean because no one can stumble on it accidentally, and it's very hard to find it intentionally. And if all of us eventually die, before without the location being disclosed to anyone, then it will be basically locked up forever. And I think that is. Does it say it goes away when you die?
Nope.
It does not.
God, I wonder how many just empty or like unused demiplanes are out there with random things in them. That's kind of cool.
Oh, that's a great. I've just been
There's a
inspired
treasure
for
map to them.
an excellent one-shot.
Yeah.
There's just an infinite number of abandoned demiplanes with loot from long dead adventurers. You could be like a like a heist cracking team. Anyway,
Or
that's
you're
not
an
what we're
arcane
talking about.
clean team. You just get randomly sent to these when they're found, and you have to clean them out.
Oh, you're like the cleaner. You're like the janitor, and you have to deal with all this random crap that is left
Exactly.
in demiplanes. Oh, that would be really fun. But anyway, okay.
Next
I
campaign.
absolutely
Well,
Next campaign, guys. Next campaign.
next campaign. All right.
Let's just go up now, and then we can get into it.
if we really
propose
wanted to
we-
be sure, I can demiplane, and you and I can put it in there, and then we can cast modify memory on each other to forget we did it.
Genius.
Oh, that's brilliant.
But won't all of us also know?
Well, we won't know
Well-
who did it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you cast it, and like you don't you do it while the rest of us aren't there, so that we can't actually be certain that you actually cast the demiplane, and therefore we don't know the nature of it. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
I hope so.
All right. I
While you're
propose
doing
we
that-
move forward with Operation Demiplane immediately.
I like
We
that.
will
Can I
need.
have the
Go
hat?
ahead, Glenn. Yes, you can have the hat. The hat does
just for
not
a little bit,
belong to me. I'm just the one who took it and was the first person who decided to use it, and it's open for anyone to use.
So give it back to you afterwards. Got it.
I mean, you can. I'm just its caretaker. I do not claim ownership of the hat. The hat belongs to the party, as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you. Coin's gonna take it. It may not even be like a stop everything and do this, but Coin's going to be testing some of the limits of it while we're, making this demi-plane plan.
I vote we ask for the rules. I still say that.
I got you covered. But first, I'm wondering if you can specify to not do something and if it'll adjust. So, first one, he's gonna pull up the hat.
Okay.
He's gonna say, "All right, battle after battle, my stomach now rattles. I want not an apple, yet still red round fruit. Up a tree to boot. Granny Mac or more, give me what for."
Okay. That was actually really well done.
I'll put it
Yeah.
in chat. I'll put it in chat. He's
I like it.
trying to stump the hat. I want a fruit that sounds exactly like an apple, but it can't be an apple, is what he's saying.
Okay.
I love it.
Cool.
I
So
love it.
let's see here. So, as you say this, a orb falls out of the hat and into your hand.
Not what I expected.
Please
Coin's
roll
gonna,
a nature check, sir, to identify this thing.
gonna do that.
This is a pomegranate.
Oh, it's got a
Nice.
sense of humor. Okay.
Not an apple, but still red round fruit off a tree to boot.
It avoided
I was-
doing an apple.
I was expecting a cherry. Cherry trees are a thing, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cherries
Thanks to
are
George
a red
Washington.
round fruit that.
Yes.
Okay. I'm curious.
Okay.
Oh, what if you asked it exactly the same? What if you gave it exactly the same request a second time? What would it give you? Would it just not do anything because you can't ask it for the same thing twice, or
Well,
would it try to
let's-
give you another?
A different fruit. Let's find out. Coin says the exact same poem once again.
Okay. This time, a different type of object falls out.
Oh yeah.
Yep. It's a red, fuzzy orb. Can I get you to roll a nature check?
Ooh, it might be like a nectarine.
This is a rambutan.
Ooh, that's getting.
I find it interesting that you can reuse poems as long as they are open-ended in such a way it allows for a different outcome.
Yeah, so
I don't know how that'd be useful, but that's interesting.
here's the rambutan. There you go.
All right. Now I want to see if I can get the rules out of this thing.
Okay, just remember we only get one more. The hat says pulling an item from the hat should not be done more than thrice, or your party turned into mice. So we have one
Per
charge
day?
from the hat. For
Were we
today.
assuming that was 3 times per day? You can only pull one
Uh,
item 3 times.
The hat ceases to yawn with exhaustion at dawn. Is the last word of the description. So I have interpreted that to mean it has 3 charges that replenish daily. That's how I've been reading it.
And also, you get turned into mice if you try 4. So no objections to me trying a third one for the day from
As
anyone.
long as they don't turn into a mouse.
Do you mind
Maybe
if I
one-
do that first thing
I'd say-
tomorrow, so that we could get the scroll today, so I can scribe it?
Oh yeah,
Like
doesn't it take
long
an
time.
outrageous amount of time to
Yeah, it's
scribe
like
and-
3 days.
Okay.
I mean, there's no rush on this. We've gone like 3 months not asking this thing for the rules. We don't need it today.
Agreed.
Well, there might be so here's the argument otherwise. If it does tell us the rules, we'll start tomorrow with 3 full poems and the rules. But if we wait till tomorrow, we only have 2. You see what I mean? That said, I'm fine waiting.
Okay. So
I
what's
think
the
it sounds
poem
like,
for
yeah.
the spell you want?
Well, I want to confirm with the party. Do we want to wait? I don't think we have to, but if you guys think there's a risk to it.
Well, now when we can hold on to it if we can't use it immediately. Oh,
Yeah,
I guess it-
I'm cool with whatever.
Just for the sake of, because I don't think we have anywhere else to be, we can just say, we let the day pass.
Okay.
While getting the ship cleaned up and
Sure.
painted and all that.
So what's the poem for getting the scroll that you guys are trying to get?
In progress.
And for the record, Coin, you got inspiration for your limerick.
Nice. Thank you. Before we do the poem for the scroll, if we're assuming it's the next day, we have 3 again. It's rested. Coin is going to pull out the hat once again in the morning.
Okay. Yep. Got to get the thing for the scroll first.
Do you?
Well, what's the limerick for the scroll?
No. So I'm not trying to get a scroll. You know what? I'll just give you mine, and then you can do whatever after.
Okay.
Coin pulls out the hat. He says, "You hat, I want you. Explain on paper, with words, with clues, the rules of your usage, your do's and don'ts, your wills and won'ts. Be true, be thorough, and be so on." Kind of a slant rhyme at the end, but I think it counts.
Huh. Rules of your usage, your do's and don'ts, your wills and won'ts. Be true and be thorough. And so on. Interesting.
Yeah, this really brings up the question of how the hat functions, if it can print something essentially new into the world, because it's not duplicating an existing thing in the world.
Right.
It's just it would be writing an essay essentially for us.
Okay, 1 second.
I'll just say.
So, as you ask this, a flower falls out of the hat. As it falls out of the hat, I'm going to go ahead and give you the image of this. Oh, whoa, that's bad. Stop that.
Dad told us.
Holy
Words
shit.
just numbers and letters are flooding out of the hat.
I see it now. I understand.
Alright.
The universe.
Like the end of Space Odyssey.
Here we go.
It sings to me.
So the flower looks like this. Goodness gracious, that didn't work either.
I
Oh,
can
it
see
worked
it.
for me.
Click on it.
Wait, you guys click on it? Okay.
Yeah, it's not embedded, but you can click on
Flower.
it.
So
Hyperlink.
that's the kind of flower. Go ahead and roll a nature check, sir.
Coin rolls a nature check. I'm
This
gonna
is-
even try a lucky on it if
Sure.
it helps.
Of
Oh.
course.
27.
The 27. This is an ox-eye daisy. This is the type of flower that people usually do. Does he love me? He doesn't love me. He does love me. He doesn't love me.
Oh.
And basically, the hat is telling you that it's temperamental and makes its own decisions.
Very cryptic, but I like it. I like the spunk hat.
Honestly, I just love the hat more and more every time.
Getting a personality.
For the record,
Now-
for those of you who never watched the cartoon, the hat was absolutely another character in the show.
Yeah. So I'm really thinking about that because there is kind of interpretation to that. But I think that does mean if we are like really thorough about how we word it, and we're in the hat's good graces, I think it's gonna try and like do the intent of the wish. This is kind of how it feels
Yeah.
to me.
My sort of attitude towards using the hat so far has been to try and be respectful in not asking for anything absurd and just basically be polite, ask in moderation for reasonable requests, and don't try and abuse it, has been sort of my attitude. And yeah, I guess we confirmed that the hat has its own personality, and we should just
That's probably exhausted. Like it's had to do more work in the last 2 days than it has in a while.
No, it got to dawn. It's no longer exhausted.
No, I meant like metaphorically.
Oh,
Like
metaphorically,
we
okay.
usually only use it for like one
Oh, yeah.
wish every few weeks, and it just had to do like 4 in a row.
Yeah, it's I have not tried to figure out if the hat is happy being with us or not.
I can ask it if you want.
All right, so we're still in Judith's shop, right? So this was our third use of the day, and
Yes,
then
sir.
tomorrow we can revisit and. Okay, I will continue developing a poem. Demiplane is a difficult word to rhyme with. I might go for a I can go for stone or something.
Right. Because we're on the Demon Scroll.
I've rhymed with scroll a bunch of times. I'm worried about my rhymes getting repetitive. I do have a reputation to uphold.
Have you tried the
You got to be a master of your craft.
All right. Well, okay. Any other plans? What are we going to do the rest of the day? We don't have to wait for me to do this right now. We can figure out what else we're going to do.
I mean, otherwise, it's just us preparing.
Actually, while we're here, Judith, could I sell you back this ring of mind shielding that I bought from you a little while ago?
Of course. So you want to sell her the ring again? All right, so ring of mind shielding. The ring of mind shielding's retail is 16,000 gold. She's going to give you 14 back.
That is more than acceptable.
Well, of course, you've taken good care of it. It'll obviously need to be washed, but that's not that hard to do.
It's mostly her blood.
What comes out is it's the blood of a lot of different people.
I mean, honestly, fair enough.
Yeah.
I tried.
because honestly, I don't think it's a lot of her blood, because all of her blood got juiced out when she went up the steps of Imkale.
Got pulled.
All
Something
right.
else just to throw out there for, we do still have a little bit of time. If we ever do want to go back to that temple, I wouldn't mind making sure it's cleared out. I kind of assume they've left, but if not, couldn't be bad to actually break the stronghold while they're weak right now.
Agreed. Do you guys care if I ask the hat another question?
The next day.
Another poem.
That'll be the next day, unless you want to be turned into mice.
I thought we only did one in the morning.
You haven't gotten to the morning. You're still at Judith's.
Did we? Oh no, I thought we established that we waited a day, but that's fine.
Okay.
I think we're willing to now, unless anyone else has something they
All
want to
right.
do.
Then we will go ahead and skip over. You guys can leave. You guys can go to the consortium or the ship where you're going to sleep for the night.
Going to go into the ship.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that should go to the ship. I think we should keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
We should get a guard or something.
All right. Stanwyck is still at the ship. He didn't leave. He's still there.
To establish, is the rest of the crew still in our employ and they're just on shore leave, or are they done?
They're
they're
on
done.
shore leave, but they will be returning to the ship because Ruzid paid for them, I believe.
Oh, that's right.
No, I thought
forgot. We doubled their pay. So
We informed them, that there will be future work if they desire it.
So
I
they
think
are
they're
going to be
rejoining
rejoining the crew.
Desire.
Yeah, they're going to rejoin the
On
crew.
offer.
We did kind of bribe them, but yeah.
Yeah. You bribed them to vote for Ruzid.
They voted. I thought we were just bribing them to vote. They're coming back.
And it worked.
Us.
Money talks.
Are we fast forwarding to morning then?
Sure.
Since we have to wait a few days anyways.
Yep.
Okay.
The next day.
Party wakes up. Rendezvous at the top of the ship. Coin pulls out the hat again, and he goes, "Shadow Hat, are you happy like a lily? Are you sad like a rose? Are you bored like a dandelion? Please let us know."
Ooh. That's interesting. Are you happy like a lily, sad like a rose? Are you bored like a dandelion? Please let us know. I love the rhyme. A carnation falls out.
Oh,
A white carnation.
That's
That
not
was-
the above.
that wasn't on the list.
Any expert florists here know what that one means?
I think this thing's just sassy. It's not happy, not sad, not bored. What's the fourth emotion? Angry? Angry?
I don't think a carnation would be.
Grandma Bruno says that there's a language of flowers. I think carnations have a meaning.
Coin looks at the carnation.
Can I do a check to remember the language of flowers?
Sure.
What check is that, by the way?
This would be a history or nature check. Your choice.
I'll try history.
Okay.
Any chance I can use an herbalism kit?
I'm cool with that.
Cool. Then add 5 to this one.
Nice.
So at the 25, they...
30.
Oh, a 30, sorry. Yep. So a carnation depicts fascination, distinction, and love.
Aww.
Aw.
Coin
I think
hugs
the
the hat.
hat is really curious about you.
I kind of want to ask it if it wants to be on my head, but
Phrasing.
do we need this for anything else? Are we doing any other wishing?
I think it
hat
is
or
a
the
hat,
flower?
and it has spent most of its time on Bryn's belt, which is kind of sad for a hat. Probably you should wear it.
That's true. The most respectful thing we could do to a hat is to wear it.
I thought you wore this hat. Do you not wear this?
He
No.
doesn't
Bryn
like how
keeps it
it
in
looks
his
on
belt.
him.
It's been kept on his belt.
You should wear this, Marbrin.
All
To be
right.
clear, Bryn, this entire time I've been wearing my waterproof hat that we took from the Pirate King guy. So, like, you should definitely be wearing your hat too.
it. All right.
Before
shall
Bryn
wear-
puts it on,
wear
can
the hat.
we try to take the scroll out?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm four lines into my poem out of 5, but you have one ready, so go for it.
Wait, does it have to be 5 lines? I don't know the rules
No,
of limericks.
it's I always do limericks because it's fun for me. But there's no. The hat just says speak a limerick or rhyme. What you draw forth will be useful from time to time. I think the hat just any rhyming poem is.
We should
'cause, I mean,
ask the hat if it has a
poems
favorite.
have not
Yeah.
been limericks.
That's true, but I do try to incorporate a rhyme at least one.
Give it a go then. Upon
yeah.
taking this ship, we found a stone. It needs to go, but cannot be thrown. To go out the ship, like light out a window pane, give us a scroll of demi-plane.
Ooh, that's really good. I like that one. Please paste that in the chat.
All right.
After today, I'm gonna go on the wiki and add the hat to the list of party members.
Okay, cool.
I've been recording all of the poems, mine and not mine, in my journal for posterity. So if there is a wiki page for it, I can add them.
I don't know if there's one for the hat, but I do know we have like the one for the campaign.
Yeah, you guys can add one. But
It'd be
yeah,
fun to have a little. Yeah.
a scroll of demi-plane falls out of the hat.
Thank you, hat.
Yay!
All right, that's wish number
Alright.
2 today.
Bryn will wear the hat after.
Yeah,
after
coin
this.
returns it to you.
Do we have any
So nice
plans
to
for
see
the
you
rest
guys
of the
making
day?
up.
Or should I just start scribing?
I think you've got the rest of the day booked. I'm not sure if the rest of us have anything planned. Although, maybe we should figure out. We should try and get in touch with our world eater friends.
I think that should be the next thing on our agenda is linking up with them and making sure that everything's going as planned there.
Yes. That sounds good to me. I'm not sure how much we should tell them. Do we want to take Malachi into our confidence about our plan to attack early, or should we not even tell? Probably not, because while I trust him personally, it's I'm thinking we should just keep this totally close to our chest.
Honestly, he was incredibly helpful,
Malachi,
but we
talk
don't know
about-
a lot about him.
Oh, Saphira, Malachi was a friend of ours. Oh shit, we're already talking about the plan.
I think you guys gotta keep.
Hey.
We haven't said what it is. Luckily, we're in the
Coin-
consortium. All right.
Coin's gonna pop the gem of discretion, and he's gonna say like Malachi's probably rolling with the world eaters anyways. Assuming his alignment is still there, he may already be planning to help.
Bryn is gonna cast the Oh wait, no, I clicked that on the wrong character sheet. Bryn is
I
gonna
think
cast. Stop talking. Everybody, stop talking.
That's a new
Right.
spell.
Yeah, Bryn's gonna cast telepathic bond
Hey, what about-
for the remainder of this conversation because I know that we're in protected ground with a gem of discretion up, but we will take no chances. Okay.
Yes,
Go on.
I guess like if they heard that blip about planning to attack early, maybe that would like make him
Oh,
even more
fuck.
confused.
I did say that. Yeah, you're right. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to hope that being inside the consortium is.
Even if they do overhear that idea, maybe it'll just put some doubts in their mind. Maybe they think we're playing them.
Guys, we're double layered, and they've heard us talking about Cervantes, so it's. I think we've obfuscated well enough. It's not going to be clear who we're talking about.
Oh right. Well, it's okay. We just if they have a spy inside the consortium who heard that and reports it to Sagaeos, we're kind of fucked anyway. So, that's just copium.
I think you're paranoid.
Okay. Of course I'm paranoid. This is one of the most powerful beings on this plane, and we're trying to kill him. I think paranoia is
Sometimes
going
you're
to seem
paranoid, and
relatively
sometimes
useless.
they really are out to get you.
I feel
Yeah.
like paranoia comes with the territory
Fair
when it
enough.
comes to steaming dragons.
Okay. All right. So,
Does
Well,
that
I
mean
guess
be a
if
steaming
they-
dragon too?
I assume all dragons are scheming. They've got big
Hey.
plans.
Well,
What's
what are you
that?
thinking about?
Eric, could Coin estimate, you might have said this earlier, apologies if you did, when the World Eaters would land on that first meeting point east of Nausea?
That would be in another 2 days from now.
Coin's going to make note of that to everyone. He'll also let everyone know the Chrononacrum key, the reverse time one, is now accessible again
Excellent.
as of this morning, I believe.
Correct.
Okay. So, do we have the spell scroll scribing list that gives us exactly how long it'll take? I think it's in pinned messages somewhere.
It is
Let me
2
see if I
hours
can-
per spell level and 50 gold per spell level. So
Um,
it'll take me 18 hours.
Eric may have his own custom
Let me get that real quick.
thing for that.
I believe for scribing into a spell book, it's not. That's correct. For scribing into a spell book, creating scrolls is different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 18 hours of work. That's at least 2 days of full labor. Yeet.
Have fun. I'll be here.
Could just rest a couple days.
Okay.
This is
We're gonna
perfect. This is prime time for me and Ruza to be canvassing. We need to be knocking on doors. We need to be like going around and helping people, you know, find an old lady and sweep her cobwebs, you know? That kind of stuff.
We could also make potions in our downtime.
That's not going to help the campaign. I mean, I guess if we give out potions, it might, but why would we do that?
All right. So Ruzid and Coin are going to go and canvass the neighborhood.
That's what I was imagining. I mean, it's really up to Ruzid, but we have presumably downtime. It doesn't have to be all played out per se. But
Sure.
We can do some door to door.
Okay.
They'll definitely remember a dragon coming by.
Coin's idea was essentially Ruzid and Coin go around just being like, hey, can I, unclog your toilet? Can I do some yard work for you? Just be a friendly neighbor to everybody for a few days.
Okay.
Eric, does Oshin scribing the spell into a spellbook require a skill check of some sort?
No.
Okay.
No, he's able to do that. That's part of just being a wizard.
Okay. We had talked about there being a skill check at some point, but I'm totally happy to just.
For crafting the
Yeah.
scrolls, yes. For scribing it into a spell book, no.
I feel like we talked about it for Saphira. It's not important.
Okay.
It's awesome. I will keep Oshin company, and just make sure that he has food and a quiet place to work and anything else he needs to be able to work quickly and safely and efficiently.
I have placed a picture in Discord for you, Bryn.
Does the hat hold in that exact
I
shape? Like it's
Did not
straight up?
picture the hat like that.
Great.
Looks like a tongue.
A little bit.
This is so much better than I could have imagined.
Perfect. Tati, do you have any plans for the time that we're waiting for?
I was gonna go back to the temple. Did you have an idea?
Actually, that's perfect. Can I go with you?
Make sure to, bring all the weapons.
Bring the weapons.
Bring the weapons. Usually, if they don't have anything for us to do, we do weeding in the cemetery. But every once in a while, the cemetery can be a little more lively than it should be.
Fair enough. Can't hurt you anymore.
Okay, so you guys going
Yes,
to the temple?
Yeah.
All right, so we go to the temple. Cool. As you guys, good.
I was just gonna ask what the vibe here is after recent events.
Somber, but it's been a couple of days now, almost a week. So people are kind of winding down from the excitement.
Our god manifested on this plane and smacked down another would-be goddess. Like it was wild.
Another day.
It was a very exciting time. Like there are students in these temples that are gonna have to write essays about this for like years.
Okay.
Have you not like gone up a rank in the temple? I feel like summoning the very god that you. I feel like that would count for something. Couple stickers.
It would it would be a little bit of an estimation to say I summoned them.
I can assure you, no one else's prayers did it. Tell you that much.
It was okay. Well, it's nice to think that I'm being heard.
Yeah.
But like Saphira got blessed, like fully blessed.
True.
Are you coming to the temple with us, Coin?
No, this was above table.
Oh yeah.
Coin is like, well, you cross his path while he's canvassing, and he starts jabbering, but then he walks back off with Ruzid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go trot up the stairs and knock on the door.
All right. You are greeted at the door as you guys reduced to the commoners. Welcome, children.
Hi.
There.
Happy day, whatever day it is.
Indeed. How are you today?
I'm doing good. This is Saphira. You remember her?
Yes, I
You
remember.
didn't-
It is difficult to forget one who has left such a mark upon the temple. And he gestures to the dome at the top, where a depiction of Tati entreating MKL has been drawn in fine red lines, and Saphira's resurrection is now emblazoned on the dome.
Kind of elbows Tati and points up there. It's like, look at that.
Oh my MKL, my aunt is never gonna believe this. Oh my god, I gotta tell. my little brother Yari's gonna flip.
So, what brings you to the temple today?
Well, I was gonna swing by and see if you needed any help putting things back into order. I might have had like a couple questions if someone was around to chat.
I am here.
Hi.
What can I answer for you, Tati?
Oh, all right. Well, I guess my first question was, any idea what kind of blessing Saphira got?
No. She's
Right?
been blessed by MKL and brought back to life. It was apparently not her time to meet our Lord.
Yeah, that was pretty much what I understood too. I was just hoping that like maybe someone got a glimpse of what's expected, like what her story is going to be in the future.
Is your story
Or if-
written before it arrives?
Well, no, probably not. Except Saphira and I and the rest of our friends have done some traveling in time, and it's been kind of confusing.
Of course, I can imagine. I believe that time is what we make of it. Do you not?
That sounds nice. Yeah, I think we should make some time. What do you think, Saphira? You want to make some time with this guy?
As lightning strikes the eastern seaboard of America. Actually, pretty impressive.
Very positive. Trying to work through, like, she's lost the thread of where this is going at some point. That, I guess?
So what do you wish to be, Saphira? Who will you be now that you have a second lease on life?
It was kinda hoping to figure that out. I mean, some parts of me ain't changing. Like, I do still want to be someone that they tell stories about from now until the end of time, but, maybe not the story that I was telling. And maybe I can learn how to. I can learn to be part of a better story with less horrifying ending.
Then I encourage you to be yourself.
Right, but there's many different selves one can be, and kind of want to learn more there too.
What would you like me to do? What do you ask of the Church of MKL?
He just ask that let me observe.
Very well. Observe and participate. We will be performing the daily cleansing of the cemetery, the weeding, and the cleaning of the stones, for it rained last night. Will you come with us?
Well,
And he will usher you guys outside to the cemetery, where he's going to go about doing maintenance.
How we roll?
If you guys have never been to graveyard maintenance, it's a pretty intense thing. It's like landscaping on crack.
Ooh.
I will do whatever he or Tati asks of me with no complaints, no hesitation, just head down and get to it.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna be fun. We're just going to be hunched over in direct sunlight, pulling weeds out of the ground for an extended period of time. But it's gonna be fun.
Saphira, is this your definition of fun, or is it finding a lovely lady or other individual somewhere in a tavern to have a good time with?
I mean,
Perhaps
well,
visiting the graveyard after dark.
yep. But I think we can all have various points of view on what fun is or isn't, and I'm here to learn.
Yeah, I squat over next to Saphira and point out the headstone in front of her.
Okay.
Look at his name. Who do you think his parents were?
What's the name say, Saphira?
Ethan.
Ethan?
You're cutting a little bit.
Sure. I think mother was a noble woman, and she was a legendary jouster. And one day, she fell in love with a stable hand, and father said that she couldn't marry him, but they ran away instead and had Ethan.
Do you think that's why she named him Ethan Horseborn as his middle name?
Oh no, that was actually a total coincidence. It's just that the midwife was a centaur.
Wow, that makes a lot more sense now. I asked Crystal ages ago about how centaurs are born, and apparently midwives are a big thing over there. No wonder that babies are getting their names after them.
It's very important.
Well, he got a whole headstone, though. He must have had a really interesting life. Hold on, wait. I can see the rest of his family is buried nearby. Hold on. I'm gonna go brush away some dirt.
Okay. Cool. So as you go ahead, so it says, her hands sowed seeds, her heart harvested love, her spirit now dances in the fields of gold.
Her heart sowed seeds?
Her hands sowed seeds, her
Oh, yeah, that makes
hands sowed seeds, her heart harvested love, her spirit now dances in fields of gold. And the name is Monica.
I bet the centaur stayed in the family. This is what we're up to.
Okay, cool. So as you go graveyard tending and theory crafting and shipping the various residents there,
These two should have met. I know they died like 50 years apart, but these guys would have been best friends. I can tell.
They have similar taste in headstones. They chose the same exact material.
Not that there's like one undertaker in town that makes all the headstones from the same damn quarry.
Yeah, but maybe they called in advance.
Monica here met Chandler over there.
I bet they would have started as
Come on.
friends.
All right. So as the camera pans away from Saphira and Tati doing gardening, we fly over to see that Oshin is still working on his scroll, and Seatoad Coin and Ruzid are going door to door doing odd jobs for various people. At the moment, they're having to clean up the dog poop in the front yard.
Swear if they don't vote for us, I'm taking a shit on their yard after.
Would you clean it up, sir?
Only if we win.
Only if you win, okay?
If they don't vote for us, but we win anyways, then I'll clean it up.
Wait, does this mean you're on the ticket too? Are you like the vice mayor?
That was the entire. Yes, I'm the treasurer.
I thought you were the treasurer
I'm
and the
not
vice
doing this for
mayor are on the
free.
same thing.
I mean, I'll take. Hey, more labels the better. I'll take every job you give me.
You're the vice mayor treasurer.
The vice mayor, treasurer, order master of the town, captain even.
You control the army? I thought that was my job.
Well, it's a joint venture. That's why the vice is there. You know, consulting. Does Nausea have an army?
The Blue Cloaks.
Ah,
Wait, that
Wait,
means I
that's
get
good.
to boss around Ronaldo. Yes.
I've never felt more motivated than
I'm
today.
so motivated now.
Well, I am slashing their payroll. That is the first thing I'm doing.
Yeah, good
Nope.
luck with that. It's privately funded.
I'll find a way.
Yeah. All right. So while they're doing that, Bryn, what are you up to?
I think Bryn is just looking after Oshin and making sure that just being able to check in with him that everything's going okay.
Okay.
I think after a couple hours, he'll realize he's not really doing anything. He should probably find something more productive to do with his time, and I think he'll maybe try and copy some of his own scrolls, just
Okay.
for the just because the spell scrolls we got from Damon's character in the last big fight, even though those were spells he already knew, having the extra uses of them was extremely powerful.
Okay. So which
so
scrolls would you
one
like
of
to
the-
craft?
I'm leaning towards like third level options.
Okay.
What are the crafting mechanics for spell scrolls?
The Arcana check, if because you're a bard, would be the 10 plus double the spell level.
Mhm.
And the times for these, I pull those up for a third level spell scroll. Where'd my table go? All right. So for a third level spell scroll, it would be 5 hours
Okay. Yeah. So we'll probably
and 500 gold.
that's totally fine. Yeah, Bryn will sit down opposite Oshin and begin scribing a. I think I still have Dispel Magic from Silas. Yes. So I will try and go about replacing the counter spell scroll, and I'll do it at third level.
Oh.
So that's 500 gold and an Arcana check of 16.
Okay.
Excellent. Yeah, the gem flower kind of lets me cheat on this.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, 32.
You're fine.
Sweet. I'll take out 500 gold from my inventory, and I will add another. I'll replace the counterspell scroll.
Cool.
Yeah, so that'll take up most of Bryn's afternoon, I think.
Awesome. And then the unsupervised Sason.
How many heads sit at your feet?
It's really weird that he's been left alone, because normally they say, like, he's going with people, trying to check them out. I think he's actually going to go and try and track down Isaac while he's left alone.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
We love
Awesome.
it.
So you go searching for Isaac, and you go looking through town. You go past the docks, trying to see if you can find him, and you will end up at Giancarlo's Italian restaurant, or sorry, his restaurant. As you arrive, Giancarlo is currently preparing for lunch. He looks up at you. Oh, how can I help you today, young man?
Hey, I heard that someone by the name of Isaac could be around here. Any chance?
That-
you know where he might be?
That dashing, handsome, melting in your mouth man has left upon the sea like a vagabond once again.
yeah, he does that.
Fair enough. I mean, everyone has to call the sea on occasion. Any
Not
chance you know when
me.
he might be back,
I
or just,
despise the sea.
one way or the other. I'm sure he'll be back.
He'd better be. After all, someone has to take care of the children.
The children?
He points to the two kids sitting in the corner drawing.
I got how that is. Oh, well, fair enough. But how long ago did he leave?
He left 3 days ago. Not to be back for another 4 weeks. So I hope that he brings home some good gold and good resources from overseas. Spices and the like, you understand. Here, for your curiosity, and he will hand you a baguette.
Yeah, I'll take a sniff and just kind of check it out a little bit.
Its garlic is so strong that your eyes water.
What's not a rude way to not eat this? He's just had bad experiences with people giving him food recently.
Well, hold on. Water with like happiness, like it's a thing of beauty, or it's
Don't get
like
me wrong. Me as a
overwhelmed.
person, I would love that.
¿Por qué no los dos? So,
I appreciate it. I just ate. Would you mind?
oh, you got to taste. Must taste. And he will reach over, and off of your baguette, he'll break the heel off and try to shove it in your mouth.
I'll gently resist.
Okay. He looks at you. Please, I would take offense.
This is in Italian. Like you can't gently say no. They're not gonna like you.
Yeah, he literally take
You
offense.
have to like
and
swing the baguette and fight your way out.
I'm going to try to pretend to take a bite.
Okay. Roll your deception check. Oh, damn. All right. So as you pretend to take a bite, do you indicate that it's good, bad? How are we pretending?
Oh, it's delicious, of course. Just the flavor.
See, I knew you would like it. After all, everybody does.
You know, that's my mistake. I apologize. You know, it's sometimes when you have too much to eat beforehand, you can almost miss out on a gem like this.
Of course. But here, you must take this. And he hands you a small clay jar for the baguette. Aioli. You like, yes.
I am never angry with aioli as long as it doesn't weirdly have meat in it, which would be a surprise.
A meat aioli. Do you know what aioli is? Are you one of them vegetarians?
I get the sense another deception check's coming. Me, a vegetarian? No, never. Why?
Please roll your deception check, sir.
Oh my god.
So with the 13, he narrows his eyes at you. Do you not eat meat?
I do not eat meat. You're right.
He takes the jar from you. My mistake, sir. And he will walk back into the shop. Please roll a, I guess this would be survival because it's based off cooking.
Survival?
So with a 15, an aioli is mayonnaise with garlic in it. And mayonnaise is made out of eggs and oil.
Yeah. Which depends on the eggs and depends on vegetarian, what you're classifying. Besides the point.
Most vegetarians won't eat eggs.
Yeah. No, it's fair.
I will.
I thought that was vegans.
Is that vegans? What's the vegetarians?
Yeah, I thought
Vegans definitely don't. Vegetarians depend. Sometimes it's like, okay, is it fertilized? Is it not? It's really a kind of personal thing there.
It's like it's dependent on some people. It like they don't want eggs from like mistreated chickens, but if they know that the animals are treated well, then they'll eat like animal product.
Okay.
I don't really know the distinction between vegan and vegetarian.
Everyone's got
That's what
different
it is.
standards.
It's vegetarians is no meat. Vegan is no animal based
Okay.
product.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. And the question is eggs meat or not? Ooh.
Exactly. That's why it becomes kind of loose.
All right. For the record, you don't need a rooster to get eggs. Just saying.
Yeah, exactly why it's also even more questionable in terms of whether or not.
Yeah.
But besides the point.
True.
Moving on. We're not going to discuss dietary habits of fictional characters. Not today, anyway.
You underestimate us.
All right. True, you don't need a chicken for eggs. You can get eggs from other things like turtles.
Well, which came first?
Or, fish, etc. Anywho, so, as you are foiled by your attempt to try to find Isaac, the rest of you guys can spend the rest of the day doing your various activities, and another day passes. What would you guys like to do on your... This would be the third day in town.
Would we... Go ahead.
Does that mean that we've finished scribing?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, I was just checking.
Would we establish that the rock has, like, the lead has been applied to the inners of the room, and
the
ship's
sure. Yep.
The ship's been painted amber at some point, end of the day of all this canvassing and stuff. We do technically still need a figurehead. So, on this last day, Coin's gonna tell anyone like, "Hey, if you want to go shopping for a figurehead, use second opinions." And then
I want to go.
he's gonna go to the dock to find I forget the name you said, but there's someone there.
Zrad the Maker.
Srad the Maker.
Okay.
Gonna find him.
Right. Cool. So you go ahead and find Zrad. He's fairly obvious as he's got those metal legs and arm as you guys approach. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. He greets you, and I'm going to get him on the screen here. It just took a moment.
All
He
good.
looks so cool.
Yep, here we go. Zrad the Maker. So, what could I do for you, Coin?
So I see you doing a lot of work out here, you know, pulling parts off ships. I was wondering where a guy could find, you know, like some figureheads.
Right over here. We've been collecting them off the sunken ships. And
All right.
he's going to bring you to a variety of various figureheads. There are a whole bunch of female figures. There's a couple male figures. There's a depiction of a king, a queen, a priestess. There is a Pegasus. There's a unicorn. There's a Capricorn. There is a sea serpent, a mermaid, a lion, an eagle, and a shield.
No dragon. Sea serpent's pretty close though. That one's pretty cool.
I like the sea serpent, but I think, you know, being the flight risk, I'm curious about like the winged creatures. And that would narrow it down to what is it? Eagle and Pegasus. Pegasus seems like the logical choice of the two, given we have some, you know, party association. What if we got the sea serpent and the Pegasus, and we ripped the wings off the Pegasus and put it on the sea serpent?
So it's like a winged serpent?
Like a
Well,
winged
then you're paying for
serpent.
both of them because you're going to ruin the one.
Well, no, because then the Pegasus turns into a horse. You could just sell it as a horse.
He looks at you and frowns.
Alright, worth the try.
What, aren't you the maker? Don't you make stuff? You could probably make it look cool.
You're going to pay for both.
Alright, how much would it be for the Pegasus and the serpent?
100 gold each.
Man.
A lot of gold. I mean, I can cover it. Coin looks at the Pegasus and the sea serpent. I'm assuming like this would work, right? Like the sea serpent isn't oriented in such a way that like the back's against the ship and the wings wouldn't attach. Like it.
You can make it work.
Okay. That's all I need to hear. Coin's going to pull. He's going to start haggling as he's pulling out his money. I won't play it out, but Coin's trying to get it down to like, say 150. He's like, let's be real. I'm going to throw out the horse. Honestly, you could keep it if you want. You might not want it, but a lot of wasted wood. I don't imagine you're going to get a buyer for a Pegasus anytime soon.
I'll offer to pose for a while if you want to make a dragon-shaped one.
I don't
Also
exactly carve these, you know. I got them off of the sunken ships from the raid that happened.
Aren't you like the maker, though? You can't make figureheads?
He looks at you and narrows his eyes. I made arm and legs. What do you expect me to do? Be an artist?
I mean,
yeah.
making magic items is a form of art now.
Roll your persuasion check, sir.
+8. Oh, whoops. It was a 14. I did automatically.
Okay. And coin?
Okay. Persuasion.
You're paying 200 gold, kids. Or you can go off with that ugly sin of a ship you've got out there.
Excuse you. I feel very offended by that. I think I should get 5 gold off of the price.
I don't feel offended. I am offended.
I think it should be 195 or I walk.
Enjoy your stroll.
199 even. would be the minimal just for the emotional cost of it.
Savage.
He looks at you
Oh, I love it.
just to make you feel like you won.
I'll take it. Here's your $1.99, sir. And I'll be taking these.
Okay.
Rosette,
There you go to them.
thank you.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
now.
Get the butler dragon to carry him for you.
Coin just starts
I am
walking.
not a butler.
This
I'm a
way,
friend.
Rosette.
Yes, friend.
Wow. Come a long way since the first episode where you were calling him boss.
Yeah, that's how close we are.
Uh-huh.
We're besties.
How much is he paying you, Ruzid?
Can you walk a little faster, bestie?
I don't know. I just trust him that he pays me.
Gotcha.
To be clear, I make sure he gets the fair cut out of all job splits, and that is the truth.
Awesome. So, you guys will get the figureheads and get them all situated on the ship. Takes you the better part of a day to do so.
Yep. I
Get
think
them
this is
up
really
there. Good.
this is really going to play out as us throwing them either on the dock next to the ship or right in the middle of it. You know, start sawing off the wings of the Pegasus. Gonna
Sure.
super glue them, for lack of a better method, onto the Serpent, and then we're gonna mount it on the front after tearing down. Do we know what the figure is, or is it sort of like an indescriptive?
It was a fiend.
Oh yeah, we're gonna take the fiend down
Okay.
and replace it with the marginally less scary sea serpent with wings.
Very well. Cool. Can I get your I guess this would be a I don't know what this would be, a sleight of hand check to do the artwork for this?
Fine with me. I will burn a lucky on it.
All right. So,
Yeah.
He's just like holding it in place, I assume, for him.
yep. So,
Great.
coin, the wings are slightly crooked, but they're attached.
I wouldn't have it any. It wouldn't be the flight risk if there wasn't a little bit of
Character.
yeah, a little bit of character.
Okay, I kind of want to
wasn't
practice
risky.
some magic now. I'm feeling a magical vibe, you know?
It's really turned this house into a home. This boat into a ship. Whatever. I'm gonna go paint the other
This
side.
figure into a head?
Ah, there it is. Would we assume at this point that it's not immediately obvious this is a Cervantes ship? It's been painted, new figurehead.
The shape of the ship has not changed, but at least it looks like it's been redone. It's like
Gotcha.
saying that you repainted a U.S. Navy vessel. It still looks like a U.S. Navy vessel,
Yeah,
But
all
now
the
it's-
telltale signs.
but
are
now it's
there.
yellow.
Probably need to replace the sails and change some of the woodwork at the top, but it'll do. It'll do for
In
now.
there.
Cool. Awesome. So, you guys have done a ton of preparations. You guys have scribed scrolls. You have a demi-plane scribed spell book. Another day passes. Anything you want to do?
Coin is able.
Practicing so much Ignis now. This takes most of the time.
Coin's able to do like the potion making if anyone wants anything particular. We did. I'll double check. We have some greater healing. We have some superior. Can we afford a mana? Mana greater 5,000.
What's the
Ooh, that's-
crafting time on that? I feel like it's a long time.
It's a long time. It's 8 hours.
It's 8 hours, but we have 8 hours. That said,
what's the? Sorry, I'm just pulling up the bag of.
it's all good. We don't have 5,000 in herb ingredients.
Okay. By info. Heroism is 4 hours. Greater. Yeah. It looks like we're not gonna have anything super useful under 4 hours of crafting time.
Are we
If you
going
have
somewhere?
4 hours, I mean, I don't know what time of day it is and how much time you have to spend.
Gotcha.
But I think heroism is a very good use of your time, because they're relatively cheap and incredibly useful.
That's true. We do already have 8, it looks like.
We got a bunch of them. I think we got like 10, and we're never gonna want to run out of them. I took one out of the building.
I agree
I
with
think
that.
someone else did too. So I think,
Okay.
yeah, we have 8. Yeah, we have 8 left in the bag. I honestly think it's worth it because if we all use like one per fight, that's
Yeah, I think
up to you.
I think
Totally.
Coin will make 2 today because he wants to do something else a bit after. So, for a potion of heroism DC 20, I'm going to do the first check. He's going to take a luck on it.
Sure.
For the second one,
Yes, sir.
gonna
You
pass.
succeed. Yep.
he's going to get 2 heroism potions, which I'll add now. Afterwards, does anyone else have something they want to do this day?
Well,
Actually, I'm not practicing Ignis. I'm gonna be practicing Mage Hand this time.
Okay.
You might not be for long if
I'm
when
just gonna
Coin
be
comes around.
focusing on trying to like pick some random crap, like stuff off the deck, like maybe like some like a bottle on top of it.
Okay.
Nice.
with the Mage
Oshin?
Hand.
while they do that, I missed out on getting to go see Tati's temple. Sizen, have you been to your temple, or is that something you'd be interested in doing? I haven't learned a lot about religion.
Honestly, it's been a bit since I've been to one of my temples. They're not always the most welcoming place. I mean, if you want to see one, you're welcome to. I'm pretty sure there's one around here in this city. I haven't spent
There
actually
is.
a ton of time in the city.
There is not one in Nausea.
No one after. Okay, well, never
No.
mind. Yeah, can't actually get you here.
I mean, we have a day to kill, and I mean, if you don't want to go see it, that's totally fine. But if you did, I can get us there and back quickly.
I mean, you could always do a quick trip right over to Ryport, but be leaving everyone else here and using your spell slots. That's up to you, and if you want to check with everyone else. Because we also, if you're ready, we could try to put the crystal in today as well.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, next time we're in Ryport, I'll take you by if you want to check it out. Be ready for it. It's an interesting experience.
Noted. So Bryn, unless you're doing anything, did you guys want to? I think we needed your telekinesis to try and get rid of that.
Sorry, hasn't it only been one day of work? Isn't it like 20 hours to describe the scroll?
No, it's been 3 days now.
Oh, I didn't realize
Yeah.
we jumped ahead.
Yep.
Yeah. I will. Yes. I'll go with you and let's get that taken care of.
Okay.
So I don't know, Eric, if you're gonna make us roll anything with it. I mean, I can just cast Demi-Plane, but
You
I
can
don't know.
cast any plane.
Okay.
As,
Well, let's examine the setup first.
Sure.
Like, just go in and Eric, can you describe the room in which
Of course.
the
As you
stones
guys
help?
go to open the doors that you guys locked, who's unlocking the doors and how?
Well, for what
we'll
it's
make
worth-
sure we have the coins. Go ahead.
Coin's gonna have the key to that rock room, and you know he's on the ship making potions, so you could get it from him.
Okay. So
Okay.
you guys retrieve the key?
Yeah. Bryn will very cautiously unlock the door.
Okay. You
and,
unlock the
we'll be
first
very
door.
careful.
You are met with a
Yeah,
second
not to-
door.
All right. I will try and unlock the second door,
You unlock the second door. You are met with a third door.
and we will try and unlock the third door.
As you open the third door, I need whoever is there, which I believe is Oshin, Sason, and Bryn, correct?
Yes.
Sounds right.
I need the three of you to roll wisdom saving throws, and the DC is an 18.
Okay. You can do that. Sason, we get a bonus for being near you, I think.
Yep.
Even if you're not wielding the sword. Is it while you're attuned, or do you have to be holding it out?
Let me double check.
It's
on
when
that.
you are holding the sword.
Only the sword. Oh, so just the +5 then.
+5, we can do that.
I'm gonna use my 14 important.
Okay.
So that'll be 14. My modifier is a 3, and then Sizen's 5. so
Understood.
that'll give me a-
You'll succeed.
Bryn hits a 16. Is there anything we can do to make that stronger? I'm not sure there is.
Today, because I didn't re-roll my new things that I always keep, so I didn't roll that beforehand. So I can't help actually.
Okay. I don't suppose this is a saving throw against being charmed.
It is.
Oh, okay. Then I do have advantage on it.
Yep. This is a saving throw to be compelled to touch the rock.
Oh, that wasn't there before. Okay. Well, P for Paladin. Wisdom does a bit less.
Does anyone that is present there have anything to help Bryn not be tempted to go and touch the rock?
I have a fist.
He's got 2 big dudes next to him.
Can we tell he's charmed to touch the rock?
Roll an insight check. Bryn, I'm
Smack
going
him
to
down.
ask for a deception check.
That's a bummer because I'm pretty good at those.
I'm.
Go ahead,
Is this
Asheen.
considered like? I know when we're have the tracker, but is this considered like the next action then if you already rolled the save?
Yes.
Could I give him my nat 1 for his deception check?
Sure. So,
Hey guys, I'm gonna touch the rock.
unfortunately for you
I'm not
guys,
gonna touch it.
Bryn is pretty good at deception, and a crit fail on a skill check is not a guaranteed failure in this campaign. So, what is your bonus to deception, Bryn?
It is +8.
All right, so with a 9, he announces his intention to go and touch the rock. Saison and Oshin, you guys can take opportunity attacks should you choose to.
Instead of taking an opportunity attack, could I try and use my cleansing touch on him?
Okay,
I'm just gonna grapple him.
you're just going to grapple him? All right.
Please do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can go ahead and end the compulsion. All right.
All right.
I need an
Let's be a
athletics
little-
check from you, Oshin. And an acrobatics or athletics, whichever is higher from Bryn.
Yep, my acrobatics is gonna be a +6, which
Okay.
doesn't do it.
You are grappled, and for the moment, you are cleansed of the charm. But you feel that compulsion about ready to wash over you guys once again. Whatever you're
All right,
going to do,
everybody out,
you
everybody
want to do
out.
this quickly.
I'm gonna pull my sword. Everyone, if you get out of the room, let's close the door.
All right, yep, we're gonna close the doors in succession. Door number 3, door number 2, door number 1. We're not gonna lock them because
Right.
we want to be prepared to go in
The
quickly. and
moment
get out
that the
quickly.
third door closes, the door closest to the rock, you don't feel the compulsion anymore. The lead is blocking it.
Oh man. Okay, that I feel like that wasn't a thing before. Thank
It
God
was
you guys were
not.
there. Yeah.
Something has changed.
Yeah, I wonder if they've activated it or something.
Probably, that's my guess. Because we know that Cervantes can activate it from a distance. But the reason that didn't happen before, I think, is because we took the boat too fast or something. That's my guess, at
Would-
least.
Would we know, Eric, that the lead door is what's stopping it from affecting
With a
us right now?
with a basic insight check, yeah. When you shut the door, the desire to touch it is gone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
shutting the door when it's raining.
Okay. If you guys want, we can just go buy more lead and just smooth it out and hold it in front of us when we walk up to it.
I don't know. I was thinking more, I could cast protection from evil and good on the two of you. I honestly have faith in my ability to resist that.
Yeah, and I have a potion of heroism as well. I think we just got to get this taken care of. If we had like lead bodysuits, that might help us. But yeah, I think with all of our bonuses, with heroism potions and your full paladin buffs, I think we can resist this for a couple rounds.
Well, if I give you both the protection from evil and good, you can't be charmed by certain entities. So,
okay,
assuming it's from some sort of demonic entity, I think you'll both be safe from that. It might not be a bad idea for me to have a potion of heroism just to be, a little bit safe, because there's always a chance I could fall to that. But I'm assuming here there's always a chance that this spell doesn't actually work.
Yeah, it's. I think we don't take any chances with this. I think it's better to spend all of the resources we have, and possibly overkill by a little bit.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and interject here because you did ask me to describe the room. You guys were able to look in there, and the stone itself is glowing. It is glowing red. There are 4 chains that are holding it to the walls of the ship.
Okay.
And so it is currently suspended over the floor, not resting on the floor, which is why it was not destroyed during the fall.
But we are going to need to break the chains or take them off somehow.
We might need all hands on deck for this one.
The state of it, Eric, like glowing red like that?
I'm sorry? What was the question about it glowing?
Is that always the state of the
stone?
Or is okay.
Yeah. Do we need to bring Toffee down here as well?
For what? I think we should bring everyone down here. Because I think we're going to need to break those chains and get the thing into the demiplane. I think I like the idea of putting the demiplane on the floor under it, and we break the chains and drop it and just guide it with telekinesis to fall into the demiplane, and then just slam it shut, and then we're done.
I agree, but I also think we should keep people kind of away from it. I think we should do this in phases, in terms of we go in talking one person first, undo the chains, bring them out, send in you and Oshin, have the 2 of you place it in there. Because as a reminder, I can keep the spell up, assuming the spell works, on up to 2 people at a time.
Okay.
So
yeah,
the only issue with that is if we're sending in like Tati to go break the chains, and we're not in there to do that, then the stone's going to fall and hit the ship, and do we know if that's going to cause any issues?
Well, I thought it was hovering in the air. I didn't think the chains were suspending it.
It is suspending, yeah.
It was suspending.
Yeah, yes, sir.
We could. So the demiplane spell lasts an hour, so that could be the very first thing we do. Is we have Oshin go in and set up the demiplane, and then we have we send in a crack squad to break some of the chains, and then I go in with telekinesis, and then we break the other 2 chains. And yeah, so we basically go in 3 waves, where the first one is just Oshin, and maybe backup in case something goes wrong. We can warp him out. And then the second round will be 2 chain breakers. And then the third round would be 2 chain breakers plus telekinesis. Sound good?
Okay. Yeah. Sizen, do you want to go in first with me to cast it?
Yeah, I know. One other thing to consider is I can use one of my concentration slots to go in there first and put in a magic circle to ensure that no Baylor can come through for the next hour.
I think I'm less concerned about a Baylor coming through and more concerned about a permanent party member death. I think if we lose a party member, then the Baylor it just happens and we have to deal with it.
And for the record, the magic circle takes 10 rounds to cast.
Yeah, no, it's totally valid, but I can protection from evil and good myself. And then
Question. Is any of this being conveyed to the party not in the room? With telepathic bond or All right,
not,
wait.
not yet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, wait. I'm going to start this by, before we do anything else, I'm going to cast my version of Portal Dice.
This is above the table, but you will recall Coin telling everyone like a day ago he has not set the Chrononacrum key with a save point yet.
Oh yeah, we can. I forgot we have that option as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good idea. Is having that emergency in case. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's go back upstairs and talk about this with the rest of the crew.
Okay.
Agreed.
You return upstairs.
Can you lock the doors again? Just in case?
Yep. We'll make sure the doors are triple locked.
Okay.
Absolutely nobody's getting in there.
Very well.
Coin finishes his potions by now.
Yes, sir.
A rendezvous with you.
Okay.
Still trying to pick up a bottle with his mage hand.
It's not
All right.
working.
May or may not exist.
All right, team. We got a problem. The stone is now compelling people to touch it. We had a near miss down there, and we're going to
Maybe I
need all
can
hands
touch it
on
with
deck
my
for this
mage
one.
hand. That still isn't working. I'm trying.
Maybe you
That's
could, but I'm
good
not,
plan
I'm
B.
not sure it would be a good use of your time right now. So I'll roughly lay out the battle plan for the rest of the gang, and if we start by we can start by breaking 2 chains on opposite corners, which should keep the stone suspended in place, and then I'll hold the stone in the air while the other 2 chains on the other 2 corners are removed, and then we can guide the stone into the demiplane and just slam it shut.
Okay. What do you need from us?
Yeah, you guys are on your own with this one. I don't fit in there.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, we're gonna need 2 chain breakers. It could be Oshin and Saison if you're confident enough going in there.
Do we even want that? We could. I mean, the chains might be a pain to get through. Tati is honestly our best with chains in terms of just undoing them. We might want to send Oshin in first, have him drop the portal, bring him back out, then send Tati in with you to you hold it up, have her undo the chains, and then just drop it in.
Because
There are
I
locks
was
on the
thinking,
chain?
There is there is a lock on the
Go ahead.
chains. Yes.
Is it the same
Okay.
lock that was on the chains holding the people there?
Yes.
Is that a DC like 29?
Correct.
I remember it being really high.
Yeah, it's a 29 is what I've got
I don't
listed.
think it'll be a huge rush, though. As long as we can keep you safe, it should be fine.
And don't forget, you do have Saphira.
That's true.
Saphira with +0 to wisdom saving throws. Magic item. But
I don't know what
Hey, but
you
I have
guys are talking about. I
advantage,
also
though,
have a
because-
+0 to wisdom saving throws.
That's why we're kind of banking on protection from evil and good. Should I just go test protection from evil and good myself? Because odds are pretty good that I'll be fine, even if it doesn't work. And this way we can get guaranteed that someone will be safe if I can keep that up.
How
Well,
many spell slots do you have for it?
It's a first level spell. I can cast it.
Oh, okay.
How will you know if it works because of the spell? If it also probably would work because of your natural.
I mean, I'm assuming it's a matter of feeling like you have to resist versus feeling an effect just wash over you and kind of bounce off.
Oh, you wouldn't get like a big, sparkly guardian come down and bop it
I
out
mean,
of
that
your
would be
head?
really cool. It's never worked like that in the past, but hey.
Yeah.
I'm the big sparkly guardian, and I will bop it out of my enemy.
All right. Well, Sizen, if you want, you could just cast it on us, and we can go do the first part since mine lasts for an hour.
I'm not against that. Any complaints?
well,
Go-
it's
Go for
demiplane
it.
is going to be like once a day. So let's just finalize the plan before we commit to any risks. So who all is are so? Are we gonna try and actually undo the chains, or are we gonna try and just rip them out of the wall?
Is there a plan C where I like break the ceiling or something if everyone's getting possessed?
If anybody gets possessed, they run up and touch the stone, they instantly die, and a Baylor shows up. So plan
think-
C is you get to fight a Baylor.
No, I think it sounds like Plan C is I just trigger the chrono key, and we go.
Yeah, that's plan D is we fight
That's
a Baylor.
plan D, I thought.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay,
I guess there's
so-
nothing to lose as long as.
Hey, if we're gonna trigger the key
Plan
anyways, can I get the
C for
satisfaction
chrono.
of breaking a lot of things before we use it?
Okay, it's Plan D. Plan C will be you get to hit a bunch of crap.
All right.
Or you stay far away from this. We do not want you getting drawn in.
Yeah, I'll be the doorman.
Okay. Coin. I'll set up the telepathic bond. That goes for 2 hours with the sorcery point that I always put into it.
Okay.
So I will establish that. And Coin, you probably want to be off the ship, just because.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
I
the
wouldn't do it.
absolute worst case scenario. We need you to be able to hit the button. You'll probably be able to figure out if something goes wrong, because the ship will go up in flames, and you get to watch Rizid go toe to toe with a Baylor for a couple rounds.
That does sound
But-
fun. All right.
I think you're the absolute bottom line safety net, and I think you want to be as far away as possible when this happens, just so that we don't completely fuck this. 'Cause
Well,
as
I
long
love
as
to be
you're
frontline, but if I
As
gotta,
long as you're alive and conscious, then nobody's gonna die today.
fine. But make sure you update me very graphically. I want to feel like I'm there.
Okay. Yep. I mean, we'll be telepathically updating you.
I thought
just
I was
so
the
that
update.
What?
Do you? We'll be spamming. We'll be sending updates to the telepathic bond, and you can listen or not listen.
Like I thought if
Yeah,
everything
you're
goes
the-
wrong, I'm the update. Like I'm gonna like
You-
fight the
you-
Valor and it's gonna look cool or whatever.
That's a plan. I mean, just tell me what's happening telepathically, which is what Bryn's saying you'll do. All right, that sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
fair
we
enough.
don't exactly know what happens if. I mean, what if all of us fail simultaneously and we get sucked in to some kind of portal to hell? I don't know.
Kind of a
That's
skill
just
issue.
why I want people to stay kind of far away if they're not in.
Seems like a skill issue.
Bryn, could I have the key? I think making you the doorman might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, I will give the ring of keys of the ship to Sazin.
Cool. Do any of these look like they would go to the locks inside the room?
No, these would not be on that keychain.
Okay, just
Yeah,
figure that out.
Cervantes probably doesn't give the keys to
Not-
the self-destruct button to the
No.
people on the ship, unfortunately.
Makes total sense. Okay, so I'll go in with Oshin first. We'll come out. Who's going in for the chain breaking or undoing? Saphira, Tati, one, both, or are we just swinging and trying to break them?
We both go in and try to do it faster.
I like that plan.
All right. So as a reminder, no one else is going in there unless I cast the spell on them. Okay, so please do not run in there at any point for any reason.
Does everybody have a potion of heroism from the bag of holding?
No.
I would say everyone else wait to take theirs until we see whether or not my spell works. Because if it works, we're not going to need to worry about saving.
Okay.
That's-
Yeah, I have one. I'm not going to drink it yet, but
Yeah.
Is someone in the bag of holding? Can I grab one?
Somewhat.
I think you're good.
Okay.
Okay. Oshin, you ready?
Yeah, let's go. Oh well, once we get to the third door before it opens, Eric,
Yes, sir.
I want to use my action to activate my third eye that lets me see into the ethereal plane, so that I can see if a sparkly being bonks Sizen when his spell is up.
Understood. Are you guys closing the doors behind you?
Before we even open the first door, I am going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on both of us.
Very well. And so you're doing that, and Who are you doing that on?
Myself and Oshin.
How?
I have the dual concentration feat.
Okay, cool. So, using dual
Okay,
concentration.
All right, and then I will make sure the first door is closed
Very well.
behind Jason and Oshin after bidding them good luck,
Cool.
and then yeah, I will. It might be helpful to like roll for initiative, and just because the
Let's
timing on
roll
this
for
probably
initiative.
matters.
Absolutely. What's the worst that could happen here?
Oh, well, I don't like that.
So, I'm going to get in here.
Do you think Coin should roll? Because even though he's not in
Yes, sir.
combat, his triggering the key would still be kind of time sensitive.
Indeed.
It's a reaction, I think. So yeah, I mean, good to have you in the initiative order in case shit happens. But yeah, it's
Okay.
Alright.
I didn't
it's a
have.
reaction. So.
Yeah.
I've got you guys
25.
added. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and Saphira got a 13. Ruzid, what'd you get?
I'm rolling. I won't be. I guess I'm not technically involved, but
Okay.
I could roll.
Yep, just to make sure. Gotcha. 11.
Okay. I'll do something funny on my turn.
Very well. Bryn, you got... Where's Bryn? Bryn. 18. Tati got a 21. Coin got a 25. And Sason got a 4. Excellent. And, of course, the crystal.
Oh.
Crystal always goes on a 20. So,
All right.
there we go. Going down the order. Mr. Coin, you are not on the ship nearby. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Nope. Pass.
Tati.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a mask over my face.
Okay.
A big wrought iron pattern on the death mask.
Okay.
And it's gonna get me. Well, I'm ghost walking, but it's gonna get me a survival proficiency.
Awesome. Cool. Anything else? So,
Say a prayer.
okay.
Yep.
Sure. The crystal goes. Bryn, you're outside the door.
Bryn, yeah, closes the door behind the two approaching heroes and holds his breath nervously.
All right. Oshin's prepared action for the third eye goes off. Oshin, there are hundreds of ghosts in this area.
Oh,
You are surrounded by them.
okay.
All right. Saphira,
Easy fine.
It's my wings are flying. And drink the pushing hero.
you're a little quiet.
belt.
Repeat that.
Oh, yeah, I was away from my laptop. I'm gonna activate my wings of flying.
Okay.
Potion, and I'm going to drink the potion of heroism from my belt.
Very well. Cool.
So turn around and ask, like, was I supposed to go in now or wait or
Wait.
for
Just wait. Take a deep breath. We have time. We have all the time we need.
All right. Are you going to listen or are you going to act?
I am for once going to listen.
Okay. Vruzid.
Gonna be chilling.
Okay.
Posturing to fight the Balor that may or may not appear.
Oshin.
I am going to. I assume if Sizen is going to open the door, I will prepare an action to shoot off my demi-plane underneath where I know the
Very well.
rock is.
Cool. Sason.
I will open the door.
All right. So as the door opens, you guys feel the compulsion to touch the crystal, not work on you. Because you're immune to being charmed, correct?
Correct.
All right.
Crisis averted.
The demi-plane goes up. The crystal dips a little bit, but not much. The chains are holding it in place.
Right.
Anything else, Jason?
I'm gonna ask Oshin to look away as I chuck something inside the portal. Just because I want to keep up with our idea of
Sure.
someone not knowing what exactly is in there.
Send me a message of what you've thrown into the portal.
Will do. And then I guess that's probably it for this because that was object interaction action. So
Yes,
that
sir.
should be it.
Coin?
Coin is really bothered that when he painted the ship, he missed the spot. He's
Yep.
kind of looking at it like,
Yeah, what's interesting is you guys can no longer hear the people inside the door in your heads.
oh, that is interesting. He's really more focused, though, on this missed spot.
Oh,
if
of
I'm being
course.
honest.
Yeah, that's legitimate coin.
And I passed her.
How big is the spot you missed?
It's like not a full hand, but like a palm-sized sort
Okay.
of splotch of whatever the previous color was, right on the front of the ship. So it's really obvious.
Okay, cool. After coin, we go to Tati.
I'm still not moving yet, right?
That's up to you.
Well, no, I'm communicating with the people next to
Bryn?
me.
Yeah.
Bryn and
you
Saphira
didn't
are
want
next
me
to
to
you.
go yet, right?
Yep, we're good. So at this point, Bryn is going to be constantly checking in with the people inside the room telepathically,
There's
just
no
asking, "How's it going?"
there's no message at
response?
the moment because of the
Okay.
lead.
Okay. Oh, because of the lead. So yeah, I guess if there's, then I guess we'll be doing it verbally, just calling out constantly. You good? Everybody fine? Everybody okay?
Can I go in?
Jason, talk to me.
Can we hear him through the walls?
You can hear him.
Oh yeah, no, all good. The spell's working. We got the portal up. We'll be right out. Everyone wait outside until we get the spells on the next group going in.
Copy that. Take your time. Let's do this properly. All right, guys, we're good.
Yep.
They've got the demi-plane. Sounds like the demi-plane is in place, and yeah, we can fall back in a second.
All right.
So,
Would,
yep.
would I know, Eric, if the lead is breaking out or breaking the our Discord server,
Yes,
can
sir.
I keep my concentration on the other side of the lead?
Yes, you can concentrate.
Okay, I didn't know if that would impede me
Nope.
holding that.
That's fine. All right, so after Tati becomes the crystal's turn, another wave of compulsion washes over the two of you. You are immune at the moment. And so and this one was stronger than the last, but because you're immune, we don't care. Then we go to Bryn.
Just gonna hold steady and wait for the gang to come back out.
Saphira,
Hold in position.
Ruzid,
Still fighting a Balor that doesn't exist.
okay, shadowboxing, understood.
Yeah,
He's just mimicking fighting a Baylor on top of the ship, which
Maybe
means that the
dramatic,
ship
just
is
like
going to
lots of
be
roaring.
rocking a little bit. It's nothing that's going to affect you guys, but you guys can feel the ship moving because Ruzid's playing around on the deck.
Hey, Ruth, maybe
Well-
calm.
People in the dock are probably like, "Why is
Oh,
the
you can't hear
dragon
me.
roaring around all the time on the ship?"
He cannot hear you guys through the wall, the multiple decks, etc. There's no way you can talk to Ruzid at the moment.
And the own noise he's making.
Right, exactly. There's just no way.
I'm imagining action figure sounds.
The fun part is the noise he's making is going to prevent anyone else from hearing what's going on in the ship. So,
Amazing.
all right, Oshin.
I mean, I guess we didn't go into the room, so I'll just shut the door and then turn around to head out.
Okay.
I think there were 3 doors, so then I can use
Yes.
my action to open up the second one and then step through, and then if Sizen follows, I assume that he can shut that
Cool.
and open the next or whatever.
All right.
Yep. I'll step through that door, close that one, open up the final door, and step through that one.
Awesome. Cool. You guys come out. You are not charmed. You have not touched the crystal. There is a demi-plane sitting underneath it.
Great.
Excellent. Good work, team. Okay. Chain squad. So do we want to, just to be safe, send Saison in as well? Or do we want to, because we only have 2 instances of protection from evil and good at a time. So do we want it to be like 1 chain master and 1 Saison, or 2 chain masters?
I feel like there's no harm in being slow and safe, honestly. If we just have 1 person, I don't think we should be that worried about it, and having 2 people guaranteed protected is good. We could send 3 if we want to risk it, but I'm a little worried because the magic did feel stronger than last time, and I don't know how strong it can get.
All right. I agree. That seems very reasonable. Okay. But you're gonna need me in there in some point as well to use telekinesis when we're down to a smaller number of chains. So maybe it should just be me and Tati, because I can teleport. So if things go wrong, even if Saison's not present,
Do we want to try just 2 people at once? Do we want to try the 3? I'm also happy to go in and see how strong the effect gets. If it starts getting bad, I can back out.
Okay. Yeah, I can have I can concentrate on preparing a teleport spell if necessary, while Tati does her work. Yeah, the 3 of us could go, and Saison can just raw dog it, for lack of a better term.
Sure. All right. I will, to be safe, because better safe than sorry, I'll down a potion of heroism right before we go in.
Okay.
Excellent.
Are we going to be out of initiative for the moment, just to see what we're doing?
Yep, that's fine.
I will give 2 more uses of protection from evil and good, dropping concentration on Oshin and I, putting it on Tati and Bryn.
Okay.
And then when everyone's ready and in position, I will down a potion of heroism.
Okay.
Cool. I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Tati and to Saison.
That's appreciated.
Awesome.
All right, shall we?
All right. Let's go, go, go. Not really. We can be slow. We can take our time. But yeah, shall we resume?
As the ship is rocked by the draconic Hadouken upstairs, you guys are able to open the door and go in. Do you close the door behind you or not?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. You open the second door.
Step through, close it behind us.
Yep.
Cool. Third door lies before you.
Do it. Let's open it up.
Okay. As you open the door, a wave of compulsion washes over you, and Tati and Bryn are immune. However, Saison, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw of a DC 18.
We're fine.
Okay. Awesome. So that's where we're going to start off with Coin outside examining the spot.
No, since he didn't primer the ship, he's found 3 more spots that need a second coat.
Painting 101, man.
Rookie mistake.
Listen, I only saw the amber at the store. I didn't really think about it. Coin's just...
Painted it in the water, right?
Yeah. Not exactly easy to primer underwater, guys. But yeah, he's just like walking, parallel to the ship, looking at that. Nothing else.
Okay. Tati?
Yeah. Let me approach a chain. And Graceling's voice is gonna speak up and just be like, no, what is this? You were supposed to be the sensible one. I'm gonna size up. Can I reach the lock where it is?
Yeah.
Is the lock?
It's a tight fit
near to the
between you
wall?
and the wall.
Is it nearer to the wall or nearer to to the rock?
Right in the middle.
Real careful not to brush up
Okay.
against anything. In
Please
fact,
roll your
before I
acrobatics
start,
check. Unless you're going to do something. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say before I start, I want to use Graceling's survival check to. Graceling, in case you don't remember, is like one of those bunker freaks.
Okay.
Paranoid. So her
In
survival
other words, my
check.
brother. Got it.
Her survival check is to just like worst case scenario this whole situation and find a position that won't have me rolling into a rock.
Understood. A prepper.
For sure. She's dead anyway, so it didn't work out for her.
Oh, that's true. How'd she die?
Spiders. She dug herself into a bunker and didn't realize that the spiders were also in there. They got fat and got huge and ate her face.
Okay. That's a horrific death.
I mean, they're all a bit nasty.
Remind me not to be part of Tati's family.
You want to be remembered.
Right. Cool. So, you go and try to unlock the lock?
Yeah, let me give that a go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. I have a plus 17.
All right, with a plus 17, you got a 31. You unlock the first lock. All right, that's your action. Anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna move back away from this rock.
Now, are you flying or how are you getting there? Is this the lock right next to the front? Because currently underneath this, there is no floor.
Okay. Hovering then.
Okay.
Ghost Walk lets me hover.
Understood.
I'm just real slow when I do it. It's like
Gotcha.
10 feet.
Awesome. So, after Tati, we go to the crystal. The crystal will pulse. Tati and Bryn, you are immune. Sason, this one's slightly more powerful. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw of DC 20.
Okay.
You're fine.
Plus 14 with advantage. That's not.
I do still have bless as well. I'm just not rolling it.
Oh, and not even counting plus. Okay.
All right. So, Bryn?
Bryn is going to, let's see, Vortex Warp has to be a place you can see. Bryn is going to step next to Sason.
Okay.
And Bryn is going to stand between Sason and the pulsating crystal.
Okay.
And Bryn is going to take the ready action. The action I'm going to ready is I'm going to prepare to cast the spell Dimension Door. And the trigger is going to be if Sason attempts to like rush past me.
Okay.
You can bring on one willing creature. Crap, that might not. Okay. Change of plans.
Listen, I'll be fine. I at least can take one of these without freaking out if something goes too super bad.
Oh, there's got to be a way I can. He's basically got passes every saving throw. How can I disable him without? Okay.
Well, you're gonna telekinesis, right?
Crap.
You can telekinesis right now, and I can choose to fail a saving throw.
Well, it's the thing is, if you are compelled to touch the stone, you are probably not going to be in a position to. Yes, actually, no. This is a better plan. Eric, may I do something else with my action? Thank you. I'm gonna not cast dimension. I'm not gonna ready Dimension Door. I would like to cast telekinesis.
Okay.
And
now,
that's
are you
going to be my
concentrating on
action.
something beforehand? Or
I am
not?
not. This is the only spell that I'm.
Very well.
And then it's when you cast the spell and as your action for the duration. All right, we'll give him one more. he can get through one more. But I'm just gonna have this up, and then I can ready it in the future.
Very well.
That's my action. I have no relevant bonus actions right now, so that's gonna be. I'm still gonna stand between Sason and the stone just in case.
Okay.
But that's all I got right now.
Saphira?
I'm just gonna stand like outside the door, is just wait for anything to happen.
Okay. Ruzid?
Ready.
What move do you do, Ruzid?
No. I'm just gonna be. So what are the ships nearby? Like, how close are the nearby ships actually?
There's another ship within 40 feet of you.
Okay, probably should. We're just gonna keep doing some more shadow boxing.
Okay.
Hit him with the hook.
Okay. Cool.
Does it land?
No.
The boat rocks 3 times. No sweat. Cool. After Ruzid, we go to Oshin.
Did you say that you were painting the boat as we do this?
No, he's inspecting the
No.
boat.
He painted it earlier, and now he's inspecting it afterwards for flaws.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then I won't do anything with my action.
Cool. After Oshin, we go to Sason.
At this point, I think I'm just waiting. So, yeah, I'm just gonna pass my turn and watch.
Cool. All right. After Sason, we go to Coin, continuing to inspect.
Yeah, nothing of note. He may even at this point have walked over to a barrel, and he's just staring up at the sky.
Cool. Tati?
Assuming I can get to the other chain.
Yep, because you're
Another
hovering, you
check.
can float around there. Yep.
Let me try to take this one apart.
Okay. With a 32, you go ahead and take that one apart. There are 2 chains left.
Scoop my way out of the way.
Okay.
Go team.
The crystal
well.
pulses. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with DC 22, Sason. Sason,
I have bless
you're
on top
going
of
to
that.
add bless on top of that?
Oh, don't scare me like that.
Don't worry. We're fine. I can tank one of these even if I get bad rolls one time.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That was a mediocre roll, and we still barely made it. What's the DC going to be next time? 24? All right.
I have a saving throw that's a roll of a 16.
Okay. I trust you. Yeah, let's keep going.
All right, Bryn.
All right, now I would like to take the ready action, and the ready action is going to be my telekinetic grip. And
Okay.
if Sason tries to push past me and grab the crystal,
Sure.
I would like to contest his movement and try and restrain him.
Very well.
And that'll be my action and reaction.
All
And
right.
that'll be my turn.
Saphira, Bruzid, Oshin, Sason, Coin. Anything you guys want to do?
Yeah.
Nothing.
All right. Then we go to Tati.
If I can get to a 3rd chain, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Have a go at the lock.
And with the 3rd key, you will unlock that one.
You're killing it.
The crystal sags downwards and is now dangling from one chain very close to Bryn.
Ooh.
Yeah, you might want to start picking that up with your mind.
All right.
Yeah, I forgot the 3rd chain was coming. I'll grab it on my turn.
Okay. The crystal will pulse. Need you to make a wisdom saving throw with DC 24. Okay. You have advantage because of your push of heroism.
Well, also just elf and I have my sword out, so.
Very well. Cool. So you save. We go to Bryn.
All right, I was so worried about so worried about Sason that I forgot about the crystal's going to start swinging. I would like to grab the crystal and hold it in place with telekinesis.
Okay. Cool. You hold the crystal and stop paying attention to Sason. Anyone else want to do anything before I go back to Tati? Nope.
No.
All right. Tati?
I scoot my way over to the fourth one.
Okay.
And
This one's going to be
Voice
difficult because the crystal is dangling from it. So you're going to need to go up and over the crystal in order to get to this one.
Don't get cocky. Don't get cocky. It always goes badly right after you think you've won.
If you wait, I can also teleport you past it. But I also think you can get over it.
I can also move it out of the way. If it's only hanging by one chain, it's sort of like suspended like a pendulum. So I could also hold it up.
Well, the
Just so
chains
that
are
it's
on the
out
wall,
of the way.
so it's actually dangling next to the wall. So it's not dangling from the ceiling, but from the wall. So,
But I could
Yeah.
hold it out so that the
Yeah.
chain is like in a straight line.
That's valid.
on the floor.
I'm cool
If
with
you
that.
want to wait a turn.
No,
Okay,
we'll just say
yeah,
you
we
did
have to
that.
wait. Okay. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will do that.
Cool.
And so I'll just be holding it straight out above the
Sure.
the door and the floor.
Tati?
Is it heavy, Bryn?
I don't really know. I have not used this spell a lot on objects, so I don't really have a good feel for what constitutes heavy. And,
So Tati
I feel like
fails to unlock it, but did not fail by more than 5. Therefore, it is not broken.
Go.
All right.
That's-
The crystal pulses. Sason, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw of DC 26.
We're fine.
All right. Bryn?
I will continue to hold the crystal in as safe a location as I think I can find.
Very well. Tati?
Let me give it another go. I'm
Okay.
gonna stop asking Bryn questions in the middle of my work because that's not
Just to
safe.
clarify, that was Sason's roll that time was a DC 26 or 28.
26.
26.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I have bardic inspiration.
It's a D8 if you want it.
I'll give it a try.
you unlock the fourth
Ooh.
lock.
All right. Get the hell out of here.
I float straight up to go find Ruzid.
Okay, you float up to find Ruzid, currently shadowboxing nobody on the deck.
I'm gonna float myself above his back so I can shadow ride a dragon.
Okay,
Shadow boxing.
awesome. So, the
Yeah, what's
crystal
the detail?
pulses. Sason, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw of DC 28.
Try bless first. Might be a 4.
Alright, that's fine. I'll use my saving throw that I have saved from the Amaranth spell earlier, which gives me a 16 on the die, plus my bonuses, which should be enough.
All right, that puts you at 31. Understood?
31. Cool.
Cool.
Alright, Bryn, get that thing in there, and I'd recommend throwing something else in while you're at it. I'm gonna turn and get ready to open the door, but I'm gonna wait for Bryn.
Okay.
Oh no, get out of here.
Alright, fine. I'll open the first door, and step into the second hall.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep the spell up.
So there's one door between you and Oshin right now.
That's the third door. Yeah, so there's one door, correct.
Okay.
Wait, is Oshin not outside all 3 doors?
He's outside all 3 doors. The door
Yep.
to the crystal room is between you and the crystal right now, Bryn. Because there's
Oh,
no
I'm
room
so-
inside for you guys to be in except for the very small areas.
Okay.
And the entire floor
actually-
there is a demiplane.
Okay, yeah, that's totally reasonable. Okay, I would like to use my action to take the stone and maneuver it downwards with telekinesis through the door of the demiplane.
Okay. It glides
And
downwards.
Okay, and then once it is there, I would like to use my object interaction to... Wait, is the door behind me open or closed?
The door behind you is currently open, and you can see Sason on the other side of it.
Okay. I would like to use my object interaction to close that door.
Very well.
And then...
Sason, Bryn has closed himself in with the crystal.
It's cool. I got this.
I trust him, especially with the spell up right now. But listen, drop something else in there and then come out fast, okay?
Yeah,
if you're not back in one round, I'm coming in.
All right. Do not tell anyone what you're doing here, Bryn. Send it to me, please.
Yep. I will. Okay. Yeah, I will. I will message you my. Let's see. Whisper GM.
For the record, I like the little draconic figurehead there.
Thank you.
It's wonderful. It's exactly what Ruzid imagined.
I don't really know how to color it in because the pen tools are very limited, but
I understand.
it's there.
All right. Cool. All right. Are you going to drop that in there?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I would like to. I will close the door in front of me.
Okay.
And I don't know whether or not that.
You don't have another. You would need
You're right.
another interaction.
I'll need one. I'll need one more turn.
Yeah.
So that's action and object interaction.
Yep.
And then next turn, my object interaction will be to close the door to the demi-plane room.
Sure. Okay.
And that probably ends the telekinesis spell because the object is no longer connected to me.
Correct.
It's like in a different plane. Okay. And then I'm gonna I'll use my action to close door number 3.
Okay.
Once I'm out of the room.
Very well.
And then
you're able to
leave.
escape the room.
Okay. Oshin, close it.
Let's Oshin, do you want to end the spell? I don't think it's concentration. We might just have to wait an hour. Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's concentration up to an hour. Or is it or not? Demi-plane?
I'm pretty sure it is concentration.
No, the duration is just 1 hour.
Yep.
So it's
1 hour. You got to wait for an hour here. Yep.
Okay. Well, the worst case scenario, the crystal is as safe as it was, and then in an hour we can check that the door is gone, and hopefully we never have to worry about this again.
Yeah, I'll wait outside the doors here for an hour to make sure nothing happens.
Okay. Cool. So, as you guys are waiting for an hour, Ruzin, I assume at some point you're going to get bored of shadowboxing.
Well, once he sees that, like, the people walking out from under the ship, he's, oh, you guys are done. Okay, no Valor fight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Coin?
sorry, pal, not this time.
I was getting excited. I wanted to, like, practice using my breath weapon, but then I realized that I might kill some people on the ship over, and I really didn't want to get the Blue Coats pissed off again, so...
Well, we'd be going back in time anyway, so it's, collateral damage is kind of...
But they might remember that.
Wait, why are we going back in time anyways? We're not going back in time anyways, and we're only going back in time if the Balor exists.
Exactly. If you're saying you wanted to practice your breath weapon without. I thought you were saying you were disappointed that the Balor didn't show up because you wanted to practice your breath weapon.
I'm also
against
disappointed because of that too.
Okay. Yeah. So now that that's not happening, you definitely don't need to practice your breath weapon.
So, as you guys have managed to spend the hour waiting, you can go back in. The demi-plane is closed. The crystal is gone. The chains dangle loosely there, impotent. You guys have successfully cleansed your ship of the Balor crystal.
Job well done, everybody.
Hold it
Good
off.
team. Excellent planning.
Good work.
I will say, last step, Oshin, if you're still willing, at some point we should take the memory of this out of you just to make sure there's no traces left.
But we
Didn't
would have to
we-
do that to everybody, by the way, because we all saw that.
Yeah. We all
Well,
know
the rest of us,
Anything.
that happened.
the rest of us I put something in there. I believe Bryn did as well. So we don't know the technical contents, which might be enough to prevent us from giving the information to someone else to get in.
Well, I guess
I didn't see
What'd you
anything.
put in?
But that I would like to tell you, but that does ruin the point, unfortunately.
I will say I
Yeah,
really
so like
wanted.
what kind of thing?
I'm not gonna say. I will say I really wanted to throw in the pair of silk boxers that has been in my inventory for like a year, but then I realized if I did that, I couldn't tell anybody. I threw in something else instead.
All right. Cool. So, as you guys have purged the flight risk of the Baylor Crystal, we're going to go ahead and let you guys level up and end for
Let's
tonight.
go.
Woo!
All
As you
right.
guys have achieved another milestone.
Whoa.
So,
now I can wish it away.
You can wish it back if you want, and then we can do it again.
That's really funny.
Can we, Eric? Can we go back in time to this morning and still be level 18, and then we'll just wish it away?
no,
If I hit the chrononacrum key, does the level stay?
negative. All right.
Fair enough.
But that's where we're going to end for tonight. And we'll come back next week for the next episode of the Trainwreck.